Southeast, the heart of the fan.
Fresh off their first series win, the Braves are off to the Lone Star State for a weekend set against the Rangers. Everything's bigger in Texas. A new domed home, $500 million for a new middle infield, and big expectations after a 100-loss year. It's a big chance for the Braves to start a road roll. The Rangers are slumping, but the Atlanta Braves offense is thumping. Step one of our two-city trip starts tonight in Arlington, next on Bally Sports. We welcome you to Arlington, Texas, where Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. We join you from Globe Life Field, the Rangers' sparkling new $1.2 billion dome stadium. It's a special place. The Braves have played here before in postseason play. Tonight, the first time in regular season action. Hi again, friends. Chip and Jeff, great to be with you here in Texas. As we just mentioned, partner, the Braves fresh off their first series win of the season. Now try to gain some momentum. Kind of sounds like the bottom of the order, doesn't it?
Well, one reason they finally won that first series, the bottom of the order. We've been waiting to see the bottom feed the top all year. And last night, Duvall, Demeritte, and Dansby Swanson, you see 5 for 11, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Both Dansby and Duvall broke through with their first home runs of the season. All three of these guys, if you can get them going at that bottom, you know what you have on the top. And look, there's no coincidence. Look at the last 6 games, we've started to see the offense come around. The bats are better, and what better time when you're going here to Texas for 3 and New York for 4.
And the Rangers, a struggling ball club, a trend that Braves hope continues. Texas has lost 3 of its last 4 games this year. It is a beautiful night for baseball. As always, it's the Friday Night Showdown. It's presented by Kaiser Permanente. Ian Anderson and Garrett Richards get things started as we have baseball in Texas coming your way right after the break. It's a gusty, breezy, warm night in Arlington, so the roof is closed as the Braves meet the Texas Rangers for the first time in regular season play here at Globe Life Field. It's a beautiful facility. And with more on what's happening with the Braves, let's join our colleague, Kelly Kroll. Hey, Kel.
Hey, guys. Well, I know Braves fans certainly curious. Would Ronald Acuna Jr. be in the lineup tonight after making his return in Atlanta last night? And while I can confirm that he had a big old smile on his face when I saw him in the clubhouse, Snit said his body did respond well after back-to-back days of playing, but it has always been the Braves' plan that he would be off tonight and try to get him back in the lineup tomorrow night. So when you take a look, it will be Travis Demeritte leading things off. Of course, Chip, Jeff, if it were up to Ronald, we know he would want to be back in there. But right now, while he is ahead of schedule with his rehab assignment and all that, it will be a day-to-day continuation as they continue to evaluate him.
One thing I do like, Kelly, is keeping Travis Demeritte in the leadoff spot. If you're going to move Dansby or Ozzie down to 5, let him stay there now.
And so with that in mind, here is the Braves Toyota starting lineup. Travis Demeritte will lead off. Olson, Riley, Ozuna, Albies. Braves hit a bunch of home runs against the Cubs, won their first season series at home last night. Got to town about 2:30 this morning Central Time. Plenty of rest, everybody ready to go. No BP for the boys in Arlington today, and they will face an opener. Garrett Richards, Jeff, a man that, shall we say, is having to undergo a career transformation without these sticky substances.
Well, 22 starts in Boston last year and found himself the last 2 months out of the bullpen. See, 3 career starts against Atlanta. Last time open, 2 innings pitched and no runs. He's always had good stuff, but as you said, numbers since they've gone away from that, he's struggled at times.
The Rangers have lost 4 of 5 and 3 in a row. They've scored 6 runs in that stretch. Jeff, the Braves enter play today 9-11, taking on a Texas team that's 7 games under 500. But those things in your mind, what are your 4 keys?
Stay hot. I think versus the Cubs, you start to see the offense really hit the ball well, hit some balls hard, keep going. And for Ian Anderson, it's simple. Limit walks. Whenever he's been able to do that, he's had 3 starts this year. Second start, 1 walk, only 1 run. So for him, with the stuff he's got, fastball, that great changeup, throw strikes.
This is not the first time the Braves have been in this facility. Of course, during the COVID year, you'll recall the Braves matched up with the LA Dodgers in this ballpark as Major League Baseball had the playoff bubble here in Arlington. This is our first look at the Rangers' 3rd home in Arlington, Texas, and it is a beauty. We'll show you all the vistas and sight lines of this very special place as the Braves and Rangers meet in Game 1 of this weekend series. Boy, there are a lot of Braves fans here, and they just say happy birthday to Ron Washington, the all-time winningest manager in Texas Rangers history. He's the Braves' third base coach.
It's good for Wash for two reasons: getting recognized, and then of course turning 70.
And we hope he's a busy man on his birthday.
Yes.
As Travis Demeritte digs in against Garrett Richards, and we are underway. And a called strike. Tom Hallion will have the plate for Game 1. Tom with that great distinctive strike 3 call.
Best in the game. Strike 3 looking. He throws out his back almost every time.
Richards, a former Angel, former Red Sox, as Jeff mentioned, now toiling with Texas. Their plan is to use an opener tonight. We're told that Spencer Howard, a youngster out of the Phillies organization originally, is going to piggyback with Garrett Richards tonight. Don't know if it'll be immediately after Garrett's done.
Yeah, they did it, what, 5 or 6 days ago?
Yeah.
So I think they're going to try to go with that again. It's been a struggle so far for Texas to start this year.
Starters ERA over 5. As this one is smoked up the middle, a base hit for Demeritte. So a good start for the Atlanta offense. A leadoff single, and that'll bring up Matt Olson.
We kept talking about Travis. If you continue to hit, Chip, you're going to play, and that's what he's done. Beautiful swing here. Trying to go in, leaves too much of the plate, and all he does is line it right back up the middle. Playing great defense, getting timely hits.
So there goes the no-hitter for Garrett Richards with the leadoff man aboard. Now Matt Olson. Matt could use a hit. He's in a cold spell right now. 4 hits in his last 31 at-bats. But no stranger to this ballpark. Same division as Texas when he was with the A's. And that's in for a strike. Matt at .315 on the year, 2 homers, 6 driven in, 9 doubles. One of the first things you wonder when you go to a ballpark for the first time, you ask the other broadcasters, how does the park play? What are the characteristics here? And they, to a man, said, when the roof is closed, you really have to touch it off for the ball to go here.
And that, you know, that's majority of parks that I think have the roofs like that. You know, you go to Arizona, the roof's open, that ball flies.
Slide step, and Olson takes a strike. And Matt now with a 1-2 count. This park holds 40,300 fans. Artificial surface. We're told the infield is quick.
Yeah.
The outfield very quick. As Demeritte leads at first, shift on for Matt on the infield.
Which is funny because in 2010 when I played here in Texas at the old field, Nolan Ryan, of course, being in charge, the grass was like the British Open rough on the infield. I don't think you could sneak a base hit through in the infield.
See the sunshine poking through off to our left. Lights are on inside with the roof closed. The pitch. And Olson didn't get that. Richards strikes him out. And that's the first out here in the Braves' first inning.
Yeah, Matt's struggling a little bit in that homestand. 4 for 31 coming in here. Got off to that hot start. Unfortunately, never had anybody on base. But knowing him, like anything, 1-2 big hits can get him back in the groove.
Austin Riley's had his share of big hits for the Braves, hasn't he? 5 homers, 10 RBIs.
Even his outs have been loud.
First inning home run for Riley against the Cubs yesterday. They give him the right side of the infield. He's shown he can hit it the other way, and he does here. Deep right center field. Track, wall, 2-run homer Riley. Jeff, he's a man reborn with that new baby. You said it, dad power. He is launching baseballs all over the place.
You know, now he got to sleep in this morning. He didn't have to give him, you know. So
hadn't thought of that.
Now he's got sleep and dad power. Gets a ball middle. It's amazing how much power he has. That ball's on a line shot, 410 into the Braves bullpen in right center.
The Braves are 8-1 when they score the first runs in a game. A 2-run missile off the bat of Austin Riley.
110.
It sounded every bit of that, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. You know, we've talked about the baseball, but when you hit a ball like that, I don't care what baseball you're using. That's a home run. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I thought Austin had an amazing year last year. I think so far this year his bats have been even better. He's been scoring the ball up even more.
So Ozuna on the ground. Seager will suck that up and throws to first. 2 outs. And Ozzie Albies the hitter. As we mentioned, there are a lot of Braves fans in the ballpark tonight. It's been a long time since Atlanta has faced Texas in Arlington. 8 years, in fact. And that's going to change next year with the new schedule. We'll see every major league team either in Atlanta or on the road.
Yeah, you at least get them Braves coming here every other year,
which I think is great for the game.
I agree with that. You've been a component of that for a long time now.
Somebody finally listened.
It's so true.
2-0 is Ozzie
You've
takes
talked
on
about it long enough that someone finally was like, that chip's up to a good idea.
We're going to make him shut up for a change. No, but I think it's great for the game to market it. Look, the Rangers have some really good young players. And they've signed some very good veteran players. Great that we get to see them this weekend in our matchup with Texas. That's outside from Richards. 2 balls, no strikes.
One thing I've noticed with Richards, just how much his velocity is down compared to what we've seen him in years past, whether it was in Anaheim or even at times in Boston.
And he's a guy that relied, Jeff, on that off-speed stuff. And if he didn't have the feel for it and it was eliminated, he had all kinds of problems last year. Pre-Spider Tack, a 4.09 ERA. Post-Spider Tack, 5.70. And now trying to pitch differently with Texas, and that just missed. And Ozzie takes a 4-pitch walk. He's aboard with 2 outs. Now look, I'm not poking fun at Garrett Richards. He was a guy that really said last year, I've got to learn how to pitch differently than what I've done for the last 9.5 years on the fly.
He was very open about it.
Yes, he was.
Made no bones about it, and I appreciate the honesty. But like you said, got to find a way to get out of that. Now, if you're Chris Woodward, you're sitting here, you've done this opener trying to get through this inning. The one thing the Rangers have struggled with this year, coming into this game, -16 run differential in the first inning. Their backs have been against the wall right off the bat all year.
And they are again tonight. Here's Adam. He didn't get that. Strike 1. Well, that's an important stat because look, Ian Anderson's starting for the Braves tonight. And if Ian has had trouble in his career, it has been getting the first 3 outs cleanly. Maybe he can do that tonight. As you look at the former Brave, Chris Woodward, in his 4th year at the helm in Texas. Adam Duvall got off the schneid last night. It was a 400-foot home run last evening. His first of the year. He's up to 10 RBIs. Austin Riley with a home run here. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Garver's throw to second is going to be late. Ozzie Albies has his second stolen base.
You know, offensively on the base pass, they've started to push the envelope a little more. I think you're seeing some, and I like that. I want to see some guys in action. 1 strike, you give Duvall a chance. Worst case, you get thrown out there. Duvall gets a new count. Now you got a fast runner at second, the base hit, you're able to steal another run.
Ozzie swiped that one relatively easily, so he's 2 for 3. And Duvall with an 0-2 count, ready to work. Richards checks the runner and the pitch. Spencer Howard has started to play catch in the Texas bullpen, so it appears he will indeed piggyback with Richards. The trails by 2 thanks to the Austin Riley home run. Semien backs up behind Albies at second. The pitch. High pop fly foul. And that's headed for the seats. Duvall will do it again here. What do you think of the park?
It's beautiful. It's big. You can see, you know, the fans here. You start winning, they'll fill this place again. Good crowd tonight. I just think if we're here in Texas, you had to get something covered like this.
Yeah,
June and July, or July and August, are just tough.
100 degrees almost every day. The pitch is low.
Talk about bringing your kids out and having them sit through that. Last about 3 innings.
Yeah, it's tough. Plus, obviously, the effect on the players themselves.
Yeah. That's what made Ron Washington so impressive, man. When I played for him in 2010, he'd be out there in August in that old park, and he'd throw 2 rounds of BP. Yeah, like a Sunday afternoon game, you just baking.
Yeah, it's pulled foul.
I remember for a while they got permission where they were playing Sunday at like 6 o'clock sometimes at night,
just
trying to let it cool down.
Help cool up. I remember across the street at the second Rangers ballpark, they'd play a Sunday afternoon game on getaway day. Pudge Rodriguez would be behind the plate, catch all 9 innings, and then go do a medicine ball workout in the concourse between the clubhouses before they got on the charter to head out of town.
Good for him. Might have been in a cold tub with a Coors Light.
You're a much wiser man. 1-2 pitch. And Duvall chased that. And that's the inning. But a good start. Travis Demeritte leads off with a single. And with 1 out, Austin Riley sets off a cannon shot at Globe Life Field. Ian Anderson's been handed a 2-0 lead after a half inning. Good start to the road trip. Woodward's Texas Rangers. Austin Riley's 2-run homer gives Ian Anderson the lead. This is the starting 9 for Texas, presented by Toyota. The Rangers spent $500 million on Marcus Semien and Corey Seager. 2 terrific players, but Jeff, both off to cold starts, and we hope that continues in Game 1.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, you can't, you know, put it on 3 weeks, but so far off to slow starting for Ian. You see that in 5 career interleague starts. Great numbers.
First pitch right back to the mound from Cole Calhoun. That's a good encouraging start.
We need a quick first inning from Ian. You know, we talk about how good his stuff is. We'll never give up a lot of hits. Problem is when you mix in some walks that he's been able to do. Again, in San Diego, only gave up 1 run. You know how many walks he had? 1. You limit that, you limit the damage.
And this start already better than the one against the Marlins. Remember, Jazz Chisholm hit his first pitch for a home run.
Yeah.
Instead here, Cole Calhoun, a comebacker. Here's Marcus Semien. No homers for a 45 homer man at second base last year. Another ground ball. Top spin roller. Dansby's got it. High throw, and Olson stretches out to catch that. 2 hitters, 2 groundouts, and very quickly, Jeff, Anderson's 1 out away from a 1-2-3 inning.
Wow. 3 pitches so far. We talked about it, how quick the infield is. Even better for this Braves defense. To me, the ball's going to get to them. They'll have time to make good, clean throws across the diamond.
Seager hit a home run yesterday. That's his first extra base hit in 11 games. So he's a little out of sync as Anderson gets ahead of him.
Rangers team scored 4 runs on opening day in the first inning. And since then, they have not scored another run in the first inning. It's, again, like you said, the whole idea is with Semien and Seager, you figured at some point, and you know it's coming. They're too good not to. But like you said, you hope it's in 3 days.
The Braves back out of their shift for Corey Seager. The pitch is in the dirt. William Contreras behind the Pentagon tonight. That was a special moment yesterday at home when the Contreras brothers brought up the lineup cards.
That was cool.
That was fantastic. As Ian turns it loose and bounced foul.
So you figure Corey Seager would love hitting here if you remember the 2020 playoffs in the NLCS and World Series.
Do we have to remember
bomb
that?
after bomb after bomb here.
5 homers and 11 RBIs.
Yeah. We can remember it because beat him last year.
Yeah. 2-0 Atlanta. 1-2 pitch for Seager, and that's a little low. Change up. It's 2-2. Well, look, you got to applaud the Rangers for going out and spending money and getting players. They're trying to improve the product here. They're trying to put Rangers baseball back on the map. They lost over 100 games last season, and they're 6-13 to start this year. And Anderson, a brilliant 1-2-3 first inning. That was one of his best frames ever. He holds a 2-0 lead. Braves coming up in the second.
A big birthday, the big 7-0, 70 years young, and he said the key to that is being around all these guys. They keep me young, he said, and we see every day the work he does, especially what we love watching with Ozzy Albies and what they have going on. And this afternoon, guys, getting to the park, Ozzy baked wash a cake back here in the kitchens that they have at the ballpark, and so they are celebrating. I guess I think it was supposed to be before the game. If not, I hope Wash doesn't hear this because it's going to be a surprise for him this afternoon, but I just thought that was really cool. And he did tell me, I don't know that my team's ever won on April 29th, so he would take that as a gift here today. Certainly.
I will say this, Kelly, you have to find a way, whether they've had or not, to get a piece of that cake and see if it's good.
I'm so curious. Chef
Yeah,
Albies, what he's got,
Ozzy
right?
can cook. I mean, first off, yeah,
too.
happy birthday to Wash, but I want to know if Ozzy can cook.
I would have thought for sure they'd go buy him a cake. But Ozzy baked it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right.
I guess
right?
so.
I mean, Ozzy would never fall short of doing it all out. I guess there were a lot of bags, from what I understood, like all of the products they needed are all over back there. So I'll get the rest of the story, certainly, and pass it along.
Well, it sounds great. Great story, Kelly. Is Spencer Howard is the piggyback starter for Texas. Howard, the former Philadelphia Philly #1 prospect on the pitching side of things. I recall he made his major league debut against the Braves. But Jeff, for whatever reason, this kid with a big arm and great stuff, it just has not come together for him yet.
Yeah, 5 innings pitched this year with 8 earned runs. The one, I guess, stat you could look for to build on, he's got 9 Ks and no walks. But I guess pitching, giving up a lot of hits right now.
And you can see the velocity. You can see
it's there.
The foundational stuff, but not enough strikes. They traded Ian Kennedy and Kyle Gibson to the Phillies, you recall, to get Spencer Howard, who is 1-8 with a 7.41 career ERA. So, look, for a team that's trying to build for the future, it'll be interesting to see how they use Spencer Howard. Will they let him start every 5th day, or is he going to have to go back to AAA and figure it out? Already a Contreras and Swanson for the Braves in the second, and that's fouled straight back.
Well, you also wonder sometimes, and I know teams do openers for different reasons, but how would he fare just getting the ball in the first inning and going? You know, I don't know.
2 balls, 2 strikes for Guillermo Heredia. He cracks one a mile down the left field line. He had that covered, a cutter that didn't cut. So a deep sigh of relief for Spencer Howard. And Heredia back to work with a 158 average. He scored 4 runs with a homer, 2 RBIs this year.
Good eye. And you can just see, even to this first hitter, Heredia seems to be seeing the ball good out of his hand.
William Contreras waits next. Austin Riley's homer, the only score in this game. The pitch. And it's whistled foul to the right. That's one of the unique things about this ballpark. You see that angled corner?
Yep.
The posts that hold up the netting are on the field of play. So a ball down the line will sometimes spin and get hung up in those posts, which can make outfield play a little treacherous. Something to keep an eye on as we play the Rangers for the first time this year. 3-2. Struck him out. And Tom Hallion cracks his back as the Braves have struck out 3 times in the game so far. 1 away here in the second.
Got him down at the bottom part of the zone, and there's that call we talked about from Tom Hallion. Tough pitch to take.
So here's William. Outfield straight away for him with 1 out. Baseball is such a great family affair. That joyous hug that he and Wilson had at Truist Park last night was just wonderful.
That's amazing to make it to the major leagues, much less brothers doing it. So I always say to this day, the Molinas, all 3, that's incredible.
Benji, Jose, and Yadier Molina. Now the 2 Contrerases in the show at the same time. William with the Braves, Wilson with the Cubs. And William getting a chance to play. Manny Pena on the injured list with a sore left wrist. Hope Manny's feeling better. Hope to get him back shortly after the wrap up of this road trip, which takes us next to New York. Two balls, 1 strike. We're starting to dial it in now.
Same pitch that he got Heredia looking on. A little slider down at the bottom part of the zone.
Howard said that mechanically he was having trouble even back in his Phillies days. Now, Jeff, as he tries to work through that, his attitude is just go pitch. Don't be so analytical about how his mechanics are working. Let his natural talent take center stage.
Might be a guy that wants to walk over and talk to one Kyle Wright.
2-2 pitch. Let's see, how many minor league innings does Spencer Howard have? You know, Snit has talked about that a lot. That was hugely instrumental for Kyle, getting over 400 minor league innings pitched. Good battle here with William Contreras. Didn't mean to, and it's fouled away. Coming into this year, Jeff, 235 minor league innings for Spencer Howard. Not an insignificant number.
No.
But only 54 starts dating back to 2017. 8th pitch coming for Contreras after Heredia saw 8. And he'll see another one. Good battle here.
Yeah, fighting him.
Dansby waits next. He's coming alive. That was Jeff's subject in our open. The bottom of the Braves batting order is starting to heat up and feed the top. Love it. Richards win an inning. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and the home run. Spencer Howard goes back to work and this fires outside. 3-2.
Been a great AB. See if he can finish off with either a hit or a walk.
Strike 3 outside corner. So Dansby Swanson will hit with 2 outs and the base is empty. He is tonight's Zaxby's indescribably good player.
Now let's take a look at his last 6 games this year. Just a clip under 400. He's reached base safely in all 6 games. He's his average over 66 points. And of course that 2020 NLCS he had here in 7 games at Global Life. 7 hits, 3 for extra base hits, and 4 RBIs.
So Dansby up above 200 now. He's knocked in 7 runs and didn't get that one. Swing and a miss. And I'm impressed with your homework with the late arrival. You stayed up late getting ready for game 1 of this series.
And I did. Got up. Did a lot of homework today.
Pitch. Saves off the outside corner. It's strike after strike. A lot of pitches for Howard, but he's gotten the job done to this point. He struck out the first 2 Atlanta hitters. Dansby enjoyed seeing Spencer Howard. 3 hits, including a home run in his days with the Phillies. Remember, Spencer made his major league debut against the Braves in August of 2020. And gave up 4 earned runs. He was going to be the next big thing for the Philadelphia rotation. It just didn't work out for him. And now a Texas Ranger. The pitch. He just struck out the side. All 3 batters caught looking. That was impressive. Braves off to a good start, though, at the plate, leading 2-0. Jeff Francoeur, Chip Carey, and our fantastic crew with you for the opener of a weekend series. Austin Riley, a 2-run homer in the first. Ian Anderson, a 1-2-3 opening frame himself. And now he'll face the 4-5 and 6 hitters for Texas. This is Adolis Garcia for the Rangers. 3 homers, 12 RBIs for him. And if his last name sounds familiar, it should. His brother Adonis Garcia played for the Braves.
Yeah, former teammate of mine.
2015 through 2017. Garcia's been a one-man wrecking crew. He's knocked in 5 of the Rangers' runs in their 4 games on the homestand so far. And this one hit high in the air toward left. And that ball is not coming back. A solo home run for Garcia. So a hot hitter stays hot. Solo home run cuts the Braves lead in half. It's now a 2-1 game.
A lot of pop for Garcia. He got a ball middle, a little bit up, and see a short, compact swing. Pretty.
So a couple of long home runs in this game. The Braves came with a man aboard. The Texas homer, a solo shot, as Nathaniel Lowe is the hitter. Lowe's off to a good start at the plate, a .342 average. Eight multi-hit games for him. A little bit of controversy for Lowe, who has gone by Nate before, but his mom prefers him to be introduced as Nathaniel. So when mom says my son's name is Nathaniel, you listen to mom, right?
I guess.
I'm not going to argue with her. Swinging a ground ball, foul pass first.
Like, yeah, Mom, you can call me that if you want. I mean, my mom calls me Jeffrey.
Usually when you're in trouble, though, right?
Yeah. Which was a lot.
So she had a lot of practice. Yeah. So Lowe, former Tampa Bay Ray. And he's caught looking. Ian Anderson has his second strikeout. One away.
Man, Tom Hallion's getting some practice behind the dish tonight now. 4 guys caught looking. Beautiful pitch on the inside half. Painted. See, and look, that's the whole thing with Ian. You gave up the solo shot. The big thing is you keep coming back attacking hitters like that. With his stuff, yeah, you're going to make a mistake, but the key is don't walk a couple guys and then give up that hit.
Here's another one of the Rangers' new acquisitions, Mitch Garver, who came over from the Minnesota Twins. Garver has been a terrific offensive catcher when healthy, but Jeff, that's been the problem. He's played just 95 games in his last 2 full major league seasons because of various ailments. And then you add in getting acquired 2 days before the start of spring training. You have to learn a staff on the fly. That's not an easy assignment. But he's starting to heat up. He's got a hit in 4 of the last 5 games for Texas. And he's now got a 1-2 count. Austin Riley, a 424-foot homer. Garcia's went 410. They were not cheapies, but Atlanta's lead is 1. The pitch. Ooh, pretty close.
Just a tad up to Tom Hallion.
First full count for Ian tonight. With Brad Miller waiting on deck, here's the right-hander's pitch, and that just missed. So there's the first walk for Anderson. It comes with 1 in and 1 out. Brad Miller has been a RBI man of late for the Rangers. He's got 10 in total. He'll dig in. Braves have seen Brad a lot, especially with the Phillies last year. He hit 20 home runs.
You know, he got him as a big guy off the bench and find himself in the lineup a lot because of the lack of offense at times for Philly.
And it's bounced foul. Miller lives in the Orlando area in the offseason. Big Clemson fan.
Well, he went there, you know.
Yep.
Smart man.
ACC Player of the Year with the Tigers. And was originally drafted by the Rangers. Didn't sign out of high school, but made his way here for 2022. The pitch to him. He is cut on and missed.
Well, you got a chance to go to a prestigious university.
Totally understand it.
Take advantage.
I understand. Why wouldn't you? And look, anytime in the back of your bubblegum card it says you've hit 20 homers in the major leagues, that's something. He's also had a 30 homer season. That was his first in Tampa Bay back in 2016. And when you look at Brad, and I say this with ultimate respect, he looks like a guy that would be comfortable being a pharmacist as much as a power hitting major league player. And that's no offense to pharmacists, but he's not a big hulking strong guy, is he? But he's got some pop. As that one bounces up.
I mean, so far has been able to kind of get ahead of these guys. 0-2, 1-2. See if he can put him away now.
Garver a short lead. The Braves have a shift on for Miller. And he chased a fastball up and out of the zone. 94 miles an hour for the second out in the second inning.
Yeah, good pitch. Climb the ladder on him. Looks really good coming in. Stays at that level and keeps climbing. Good pitch.
Here's Willie Calhoun, former Dodgers farmhand. He's their DH. Another guy they've hoped for big offensive production, but he just hasn't been able to stay in the lineup. 2 injury-plagued years for him. As that's low, 1 ball, no strikes.
I think that's sometimes overlooked, you know, not a knock on any one player in particular, but the ability to stay healthy, stay on the field so you can produce. I mean, I know if I was a GM, that's one thing I think I'd look at a lot. How healthy has this guy been, or his ability to be on the field and help your, ball club out.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 on Atlanta. A couple of homers have accounted for the offense in the first 2 innings. And on the ground right to Matt Olson, sharply hit, but Matt Johnny on the spot makes the play, and Ian Anderson has his 3rd ground ball out. He's got the lead as we head to the 3rd inning.
Career actually tonight, and told me, hey, the more ABs, the better. I'll hit anywhere in that lineup. And he said after yesterday, he goes, I'm just hoping some of those either get through or find the ground. And as we saw there in that first inning, he's already got 1 hit to his name tonight. But guys, he says he feels really good at the plate right now and also in the field. And Chip, I heard you talking about the way this turf is playing. And one of the things he said, it's really fast. The ball is not hopping quite like we're used to, more of a skid. And he mentioned the sandy surface more so under this turf in comparison to sometimes, we see those black pellets and stuff. He says this just plays a little bit different. So certainly, though, tonight at the plate, we've already seen good production from Travis. So I know he's really enjoying his time right here and making the most of his opportunity.
Yeah, Kelly, when we came down to spring training, Snit, that was the first guy he mentioned when I said any surprises. And Travis was the first guy he said, I really like the way he's swinging. Looks a lot better than when, we've seen the last couple years. And he's getting an opportunity right now, and he's running with it.
A hit and a run so far for Travis Demeritte. Well, you look up at a major league scoreboard and see you're hitting 400. Yeah, your buttons ought to be bursting. He's doing a great job. And batting first tonight for Ronald Acuna Jr. Not in the lineup as expected. They're sticking with their plan to make sure that they keep him fresh and, more importantly, keep him healthy. We'll see if Ronald is in the lineup for game 2 of the series. And we'll see, too, if he DHs or not. That's one of the luxuries the Braves will have with Acuna going forward. I would assume he could pinch hit tonight if needed late in the game. But we'll see about that. The pitch. Can't pitch any better than Spencer Howard did in his opening inning, which was in the second. He struck out the side. All 3 Braves hitters took strike 3 looking.
It's been a long time since I've seen one of those. 3 Ks an inning and all looking.
Big velocity jump between Garrett Richards and Spencer Howard. See how Demeritte handles that. Pretty well. That stroke to center. Bad route by the center fielder, Garcia. The ball skips off his glove. Look at Demeritte flying around second on his way to third. Wash is going to wave him. Here he comes around third. Relay throw is headed to the plate. He's safe. Demeritte circles the wagons. It's 3-1 Atlanta.
It's inside the park home run. The way he went back on that, you can't give that ball an error because he tried to come back to dive for it. Like we're going inside the Parker. Take a look. See, he goes back. You can't. I mean, that as an outfielder. He just lost it right here for a second. Just that split second. Let Travis score.
So the Braves take a 3-1 lead. And that is ruled an inside the park home run.
Love it.
So remember, that young lady at Truist Park who said, son, I think you're going to hit a home run here. Travis said, well, give me a few at bats to ease into it. He hits a home run, gives her the high five. Now he has an inside the park home run. As Olson drives that to center. Garcia back, leaps up and makes the catch. He's saying hit it somewhere else. The Braves are getting good swings on Spencer Howard all of a sudden. Olson retired, 1 out.
Yeah, Matt squared that ball up. Garcia made a good catch there, and he's got to be exhausted. 2 guys in a row, bullets right at him. When's the last inside park home run for the Braves?
I'm looking. Here's Austin Riley. 400-foot bomb to center in the first inning for Atlanta. There's a good cutter from Spencer Howard. It evens the count, a ball and a strike. And baseball is so exciting. Nothing better than doubles, triples, and of course inside the park homers. Those are awfully rare. And Travis Demeritte has one in the third inning, a 2-for-2 game out of the leadoff spot for Atlanta tonight.
Unbelievable. You could see when the ball, we're going to show you in a minute, when the ball bounced away, you could really tell with his speed he was going to have an opportunity.
Chopper toward third. And the throw on the run is there for out number 2.
Take a look at Travis's swing first. Gets a pitch up and out over the zone and lines it to dead center. Just kind of going away from him with a little bit of cutter. And then Wash sending him right here. Absolutely easy decision. And he beats it easy for an inside the park home run. First one since Dansby Swanson did it, Chip, September 6, 2016 at Washington. That was his first home run, Dansby, when he did it.
How cool is that?
I don't know, is it?
You didn't have one?
No.
So the Braves get the Rangers run right back. On an inside the park home run by Travis Demeritte.
If my son's watching at home, he's going to say something to me when I get home, because I always try to tell him, you know, home runs over the fence.
Oh,
you know, because in Little
really?
League, you know, they hit it out there and no one goes for it and they run. I'm like, it's a Little League home run. I say, Dad, it happens up there too.
Yes, it does.
Incredible.
Boy, was Travis flying around the bases. I love to see that too.
That's what I said. To me, that was an easy decision by Wash to send him too. It's not like, sometimes I'm sure that's hard because you want it for somebody, but with no outs too, you're not going to send him into an out. You can see Travis still breathing hard.
So 3 runs on 3 hits for Atlanta, and some history for Travis Demeritte. He will be known as the man that hit the first inside park homer in this ballpark's history. And from Winder, Georgia is going to try to wind down for a moment. Relax as the Braves continue to hit here in the 3rd inning. Base is empty for Marcell Ozuna. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With all the metrics in baseball and all the ability to track hitters and base runners, I want to see how fast Demeritte got around the bases, because he was seemingly at second base by the time that ball kicked off Garcia's glove in center.
Well, he picked it up from second to home. I know that.
He was flying. The pitch. That shot into left center field. Garcia's got to run some more. And Ozuna's aboard with a 2-out single.
You can tell what Kelly was talking about with the sand, what Travis was talking about. When that ball hits, instead of seeing the black pellets, you see that little grainy sand come up out of the ground. Same pitch that Travis hit. Watch this right here. See how you can see the white sand come up?
Mm-hmm. And there have been different surface materials for different spots. We've heard of coconut husks that have been ground down, which I believe is the surface here. We've heard of the old tires that are pelletized, old tennis shoe soles.
Crushed coconut shells?
Yep. True.
Wow. Figuring it was some sand from the Panhandle Beach.
But it's crushed coconut shells. They must sell a lot of pina coladas here. I don't know. Rooster tails from these Braves hitters so far in the game. 3 runs on 4 hits, and they're going through the lineup a second time. Ozzie Albies walked and stole a base in the 1st.
And it just continue to hit the ball hard tonight too. Matt Olson's out to dead center, getting good swings tonight.
Braves already have 5 batted balls over 101 miles an hour in the game.
Yeah, it's doing some work.
And that's where the early frustration from an offense stepped in. The Braves were hitting balls that were going right at people. All of a sudden, those balls are still being barreled, but finding gaps.
That's kind of what we talked about last week with the exit velocity. For some hitters, it's a good barometer to see, all right, might not be getting hits, but I know the ball's coming off my bat, and eventually they'll fall.
Very short lead at first for Marcell here. The Rangers shift, and the pitch is a little high, and Ozzie walks again. So the inning continues. Howard gives up the inside to Parker. Got 2 outs, and now a single and walk later. He's in the soup again with Adam Duvall.
Ozzie, one of the most aggressive hitters that the Braves have. 8 balls tonight. 8 pitches, 8 balls.
And action has begun in the Texas bullpen as Adam Duvall gets set to dig and hopefully hits a 3-run homer on the Friday night showdown presented by Kaiser Permanente. We join you from Globe Life Field for the Braves and Rangers game 1 of this 3-game series.
Now this is the last thing that Chris Woodward wanted to do, was have to get someone loose in the pen already in the top of the 3rd.
Brendan Segura is the Rangers co-pitching coach. He's the man that made the visit to the mound. Doug Mathis unavailable for Texas tonight. Never heard of a team with co-pitching coaches, but the Rangers have them. And looking for some answers here in the 3rd inning after the leadoff homer. Adam Duvall a chance. to add to the lead. He struck out his first time up. Nothing in one for Adam Duvall. 2 on, 2 out.
One thing I've noticed about Howard so far, he's got a good arm. You see it 96, 97, good cutter. He's throwing nothing in to the right-handed pitchers. Everything's been out over the plate. You know, I haven't even really seen in for show to try to back a guy off. So I think for these right-handed hitters, when you see that, you start getting comfortable to go out there and get that ball.
And a team like the Braves, Jeff, that likes to get their arms extended.
Absolutely.
If you have that intersection point, you're going to have all kinds of trouble. And this, I guess, is what's been so maddening about Howard. He gets 3 strikeouts in his last inning and now labors in the 3rd. And is behind Duvall here. 2 balls and a strike. And a cue shot foul evens it up.
See how everything's away, though? Even that slider.
Howard's faced 9 hitters. He's thrown 48 pitches. The 2-2. Adam got extension on that, but fouls it off to the right. That's Brett Martin. Rangers are in the 3rd inning, down 2. And Duvall way high. Again, away.
Well, so that's if I'm Adam now. You got 3-2. 2 outs. Runners will be moving. I'm looking for that cutter at 88, 89 out over the plate. Or, you know, if he throws that fastball at 95, 96, it's been out over the plate again. So I can look to kind of dive a little bit.
So the runners go. The pitch is off the plate. Ball 4. All this trouble coming after 2 are out. Back-to-back walks. And that's going to be the end of the line for Spencer Howard. He was brilliant in the 2nd, but struggled here in the 3rd. He's allowed a run. He has the bases loaded. And Brett Martin will come on and try to clean it up against Guillermo Heredia.
Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet. Only from Xfinity. And by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
First inside the park homer in Globe Life Field's history. Travis Demeritte was the man that provided that. Atlanta leads 3-1. They've got the bases loaded. And Brett Martin, a rubber-armed left-handed relief pitcher. Already, Jeff, now in 11 games for Texas. He inherits a bases-loaded mess.
Yeah, came in Wednesday and delivered. I gave up a 3-run double to Kyle Tucker of the Astros in the 5th. Coming in, I have a feeling a lot in these type situations, which is tough.
And he's got a right-hander, Guillermo Heredia, facing him first. The Rangers bullpen has thrown more innings than their starting staff. That is never a good trend.
No.
Now, in fairness, they've used the opener a couple of times, but still, we are 3 weeks into the season, and your bullpen's logged almost 100 innings already. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, I think that's why you saw Chris Woodward go and make this move, knowing at 3-1 he can try to get out of this inning another big hit, you get 5-6-1, you really open up a lead. And with the way Ian Anderson's throwing tonight, it'd be difficult for them.
1 ball, 1 strike. And Heredia took that. Braves are getting their home runs. I'd see them stack up a few more hits with runners in scoring position. They've had a bit of a dry spell with that statistic. Let's see if Guillermo can come up with a 2-out, 2-strike hit. Not this time. Martin cleans up the mess. The Braves leave the bases loaded, but get a very exciting inside the park home run from Travis Demeritte. A bullet to straightaway center. Garcia couldn't field it cleanly, and by the time he caught the baseball and the relay was made, Demeritte was diving home to make it 3-1. Two-run lead again for Ian Anderson. Nice long rest for him. He'll start the 3rd inning with Andy Ibanez, native of Cuba, leading off as the Rangers' number 9 hitter. Ibanez with a .231 average, a homer, 9 RBIs. That's that off his foot foul. And an even count. Nice crowd tonight on a Friday night in Arlington, Texas. High hopper, Braves in a shift, and that's going to bounce through. So some bad luck for Ian Anderson there. Soft contact, but the turf allowed that to springboard into center. And a leadoff hit sends us to the top of the order and nobody out.
I think like anything, we know this ground plays fast, and you see where Ozzie was playing, and that ball just scoots through so quick to the outfield.
Cole Calhoun bounced out on the first pitch. He tapped it right back to the mound. Atlanta shifts for him. First pitch swing again. Ozzie will go to second for 1. The return to first is a little late. So Calhoun has seen 2 pitches. He's made 2 outs. He reaches on the force out. And Marcus Semien will bat with 1 away.
We love first pitch contact, ground ball to this defense. I didn't think they had a chance at a double play. Made that a lot closer than I expected.
So here's Semien. 1 hit in his last 17 at bats. We love to see an opponent cold, but those numbers, Jeff, start to scare you when you have a player of the caliber of Semien, because you know that's going to change.
Well, and I think with the expectations, when you go out, as we said, and sign 2 guys for over $500 million, there's a lot of pressure on those 2 guys to produce night in and night out.
That's a little low. He didn't chase it. Semien, 8 career hits against the Braves in 6 games while he was with Toronto. And you might recall Semien hit a home run against Atlanta on May 2nd down in Dunedin, where the Braves played at the Jays minor league facility.
We didn't necessarily like playing the Blue Jays last year.
Wasn't a lot of fun, was it? I don't think anybody likes playing the Blue Jays. It's a really exciting young team. Toronto 13-7, a half game behind the Yankees atop the AL East. Got that one called a strike. 3-1. Dangerous part of the lineup. You've got Semien, then Seager, then Garcia, who's homered. And who's just extended Ian Anderson's lead. And that's ball 4, 2 on and 1 out. We've talked a lot, Jeff, about Ian Anderson's issues in the first inning. Sometimes high pitch counts. The biggest problem for him has been the third inning. Of the 10 earned runs, excuse me, the 10 runs Anderson's given up, 5 have come in the third inning this year.
And you wonder a little bit too. He's had to sit a long time that last half inning. You know, he's only thrown 2 innings and been out here for over an hour. So I wonder if that's got a little something to do with it too.
Well, be careful here with Seager, who tries to ambush him and fouls it away. Strike 1. I don't know if many in baseball saw Corey Seager leaving the Dodgers to come to Texas. It was thought that Trevor Story was going to be a natural fit. I believe he lives in Arlington, Texas. Now he's with the Red Sox. And Seager signed here. Story ended up in Boston. Has no advance on a ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seager signed through the 2031 season. 10-year deal. He's been bouncing that changeup a little more frequently in the last 2 innings. Braves lead it. Game 1. 2 balls and a strike in the Texas third. Popped up. Will it stay in play? Riley drifting out. And he's going to make the play on the warning track. Big second out as Seager pops in foul ground. Looked like Riley had that tracked all the way.
Yeah, huge second out, like you said, to get that. You know, you start looking at this Rangers lineup and you feel like towards the bottom you can navigate, but you know, there's 2, 3, 4, 5 here in the middle. We've already seen Garcia hit the home run tonight. You know, they can do damage, and like you said with Semien Seager, it's a matter of time before those two wake up and really get going. Now he's got a chance to pitch out of this and keep the lead at 3-1.
Garcia a missile into the seats in left, his first time up. A little low, ball 1. That's on the ground. Dansby vacuums that up and throws a strike to first. Good work for Anderson. Couple of runners, but he leaves him stranded. And we go to the 4th.
Presented by Kaiser Permanente.
Braves 3, Texas 1 from Globe Life Field. Beautiful facility, $1.2 billion. Where's the price tag for this place? As we welcome you back to the ballpark. 7 new bobblehead giveaways have just been announced by the Braves. They include Brian Snitker with a World Series trophy, Eddie Rosario's NLCS MVP, Ronald Acuna Jr.'s bat flip, Tyler Matzik, Ian Anderson, and Charlie Morton. There's also an Ozzie Albies Funko giveaway too. Got to say that one carefully. Check out all the giveaways and get your tickets at Braves.com/promo.
Snit's getting a bobblehead.
Yep.
All right. Can't wait to see that one.
This is Brock Burke. We're in the 4th inning and the Rangers are on their 4th pitcher. That leads you to understanding why the Rangers bullpen has thrown more innings than their starting staff. Necessity, the mother of invention for them. See if Atlanta can add on. Contreras, Swanson, and Travis Demeritte will go to work. Williams struck out looking in the 2nd inning. That was against Spencer Howard.
Big arm, 95 with that fastball.
He's faced 39 hitters and struck out 16 of them. First time he's made the opening day roster for the Rangers. Left shoulder surgery cost him his 2020 season.
They're off to a good start this year, 2-0 with a 1.86.
Swing and a high fly ball left center field and deep. That ball's got a chance. That ball is gone. William Contreras hits one to left center over the 410 mark. The Braves have their third homer of the game. It's 4-1. The Braves have led off each of the last 2 innings with a homer. That one over the fence.
Got all of that one right in the left center, just over the 410.
His first homer since October 2nd against the Mets and Cookie Carrasco. So bombs away for the Braves in Arlington. They lead 4-1. And Dansby Swanson, the hitter, he struck out his first time up.
Braves aggressive 3-0 pitch, and that ball was in off the inner half too. Still pulled the hands in nicely. It's one thing you know, the Braves 3-0, they're aggressive swinging team.
That's hammered toward the left field corner. That's going to get down on a hop and off the fence. Dansby Swanson in at second, and the Braves are pounding away. Back-to-back extra base hits, and as you said, Jeff, when the bottom feeds the top and the top gets going, you can have some fun on the bases.
It's just contagious right now. The guys are seeing the ball, getting great swings. There's a cutter, slider just gets too much of the plate.
So Travis Demeritte, leading off for Atlanta, has done that job perfectly. He's 2 for 2 with a single, an inside the park homer, and 2 runs scored.
Got a good one. Has there ever been a cycle with an inside the park home
That's
run?
a good question.
I'm going to say no.
You know, we've seen a cycle on 5 pitches when Eddie Rosario did it. I've seen a few more than that tonight. Burke ready, and the 0-2 pitch is cut on late. Demeritte is retired. There's the first out in the Atlanta 4th. It's kind of been feast or famine for the Braves at the plate tonight. That's the 7th strikeout for the offense to go with the 3 homers.
Well, they've had some loud swings off the bats when they have made contact tonight.
Good sign for Matt.
I was going to say, he hit a rope last time dead center.
Six homers, 14 career RBIs for Matt Olson in this ballpark. And he is our Coors Light beating the pressure feature.
He's reached base safely in all 7 road games this season. 11 home runs, 32 hits in the last 30 games played versus the Texas Rangers.
A little history lesson for you. The Texas Rangers, established in 1972. They originally were the Washington Senators. Their first manager in Arlington, Texas, Ted Williams. 2 balls and a strike for Olson. The pitch. That's on the ground. Semien gives ground, knocks it down. That'll hold Dansby at third. They throw behind him. They throw it away. Ball off the dugout facing. Dansby scores. Olson to second, but he's out.
Well, that's just one of those things. Semien had to make a tough play there, wasn't able to do it. And Dansby did not really even turn third that hard, Chip, as Wash was going, and I think they're going to say challenges with Matt.
See if he got in under the tag. Good play to keep it on the infield. Semien threw all the way across to third. The throw too high. Swanson was able to score easily. And then Olson trying to go first to second was called out. Oh, the tag on the chest. The swim move might have saved Matt. Let's see from this angle.
Atlanta is challenging the out call at second base.
The question is, does that left hand touch second base, Chip, before he tags that right arm? I don't know, but if Matt gets saved here, he can go into Darno and then how about that base running?
Well, whether he's safe or out, the Braves do get the run. They extend the lead to 5-1.
Yeah, Semien, not a smart play. I mean, Dansby was not far off third. You saw he was standing on the bag when the ball went over his head.
The throw beat him.
100%, and he misses right here. My question is, when does that left hand get on the base? Yeah, it's close.
It's very close, but remember, the call on the field was out. By the way, Tom Hallion, great job on the PA. A little personality in it.
I figured Tom would have that right.
So let's see if the verdict is in. I wish Tom would leave his microphone on when he was calling strike 3.
Blow our eardrums out.
When the review takes this long, perhaps they're seeing enough evidence that will keep Matt right where he's standing.
I just think it's a really close play. I'm guessing they're going to every angle.
After review, the call stands. Runner is out, and Atlanta loses their challenge.
I do agree with you, Chip, though. Tom, by far, so far, it's been the best with a little personality. He's the closest to Ed Hockley that we've seen yet this year.
Yeah, we got to, next time we see Hunter Wendelstedt, we've got to really encourage him to go for it.
I think that's one of those that Matt might have been. It was just so close, they're not going to change it. Nonetheless, like you said, got a key run and a hit for Matt.
So Austin Riley 1 for 2 with a 2-run first inning homer. The Braves with 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 so far here in the fourth. And here's Austin Riley's first inning homer. It was a no-doubter.
Yeah, ball middle from Richards. Right over the 410 in the Braves bullpen. He's looking at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. 424 feet on a line. Continues. to do damage at the plate.
So 2 runs, 3 hits, an error in the inning so far. The error on Simeon's throw to third that chased Dansby home. And Riley wailing away, didn't get that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Five runs, 7 hits for the Braves. They've left 4 on base, a run, 2 hits for the Rangers. They just committed the game's lone error. And there's strike 3. Riley is retired, but not before the Braves begin the inning with a bang. William Contreras with his first homer since last October. The 3rd homer hit by the Braves in their first 4 turns at the plate. All Atlanta in game 1. Braves lead the Rangers 5-1. Player, it starts with starting pitching, and Ian Anderson is the man on the mound for the Braves, seeking his 2nd win, and he's been a road warrior partner in his young Braves career.
And he's liked it here. 2 career starts here in the NLCS, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, and only 2 runs. He's never allowed more than 4 earned runs on the road in his career. And had that great road start this year in San Diego.
So you got a 4-run lead. Get after these guys. Nathaniel Lowe, Mitch Garver, and Brad Miller coming up for the Rangers in the 4th. And that's taken low.
All right, I got a good one for you. Remember I was asking about the cycle inside the park? The last time a cycle with the inside the park home run, 1943, Leon Culberson. Ironic enough, our good friend Charlie Culberson, who is here on the Rangers, it's his grandpa's first cousin.
How about that?
Cycle.
Leon Culberson.
It's crazy.
Born in Halls, Georgia, passed away in Rome, Georgia in 1989. Played for the Boston Red Sox and the Washington Senators.
Yeah, that's great. I was able to catch up with Charlie down there today. He was telling me how excited he was for Snit and the rest of the guys that he played with.
3-2 pitch. He is fouled at the plate. No walks. Ian, make him put it in play. Lowe stays alive. 80 walks, a .357 on base percentage for Lowe last year. Those were team highs for Texas. Rangers 6-13 to start the year. The pitch. He does put it in play, but right to Dansby Swanson. Perfect throw. There's a good start. 1 man down. Here's Garver, who walked his first time up. Six ground ball outs for Anderson to go with 3 strikeouts. He has walked a couple of men. And the Braves have given him 5 runs of support. It's good to see. The Braves offense scored 5 last night. And you figure this is a team that is going to get going once they get in a groove offensively, just like last year.
100%. And you're getting production now from the bottom part of the lineup too, which just It's like anything. It takes pressure off that top part to feel like they got to be perfect, and now you feel like you can score at any inning at any given time.
On the ground left side, Dansby calls off Riley. Catcher running, and Olson digs that out. Another ground out, 2 away.
It is amazing. You saw Austin Riley get ready to go for that ball, and it was almost to Dansby before he could move. I mean, this infield is so quick.
I think playing here last year will help the Braves in this series. Usually when you come into interleague play in a new ballpark first time in, you don't know what to expect in the first game. But all the games in the NLCS against the Dodgers played in one spot. So the Braves acclimated very nicely here as Tom Hallion took some punishment. 1 ball, no strikes. Globe Life Field with this enormous one-piece retractable dome. The roof itself, Jeff, covers 5.5 acres. And the Braves have enjoyed the hitting conditions to this point. There's a strike, 1-1 the count. I will tell you this, got to walk around the stadium a little bit. Out in center field above the batter's eye, they've got the out-of-town scoreboard, and there's a big map of Texas with the clock on it. There's a standing and viewing area right above the center field fence. Standing there is not for the faint of heart.
A little high up.
Oh, man. But a great place to watch the game. They have this section above the left field stands. They call those the bridge seats. That's where I was standing with the radio guys today.
Is that why I was napping?
Yes. Well, after you research, you're napping, yes.
That is high up.
That is a long way. As our colleague CJ Nikowski said, that's 570 feet or so from home plate. That's to commemorate his career ERA. There are all kinds of little clues and subtle hints to the history of the Rangers franchise on the outfield walls and right behind home plate. First the pitch. Strike 3 called. Ian Anderson takes care of the Rangers in the 4th. We'll talk about some of those clues at Globe Life Field where the Braves lead game 1. For our stats with Lowe's feature, part of the Braves have hit 3 homers tonight. And this team should be and is a good fastball hitting club.
Always. Kevin Seitzer loves that. Get on that fastball. Only the Mariners have a higher slugging percentage chip off fastballs than the Braves this season. Ozzie Albies 6 home runs, all 6 off the fastball.
Well, let's see what Ozuna can do as we start the 5th inning. Marcel is 1 for 2 in the game. Braves are seeing their 4th Rangers pitcher of the night. And he takes downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Burke continuing his good work as far as the strikeout ball is concerned. 2 of those in the 4th inning. And he struck out 16 of 39 hitters. So the opener didn't work all that well. Garrett Richards began with the 1st inning, gave up the Riley home run. Spencer Howard had a 1-2-3 second, ran into 3rd inning trouble. Martin retired 1 hitter. That was with the bases loaded for Atlanta. Now Burke in his 2nd frame. Marcel's making sure Garver's all right on a foul ball at the plate. And now Burke ready with his 1-2 pitch. And out of play. Great lights in this park, very bright. Does not feel like a dome stadium from that standpoint.
No, it's not dark at all. With some of those other ones, you'll go in and it'll feel, like you said, like a dome stadium. This one very lit up.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Walking around the ballpark, the stands look very high. I mean, this is a huge facility, but they're very close, kind of like cantilevered Truist Park.
They're right over you,
right on top of the action. As the 1-2 comes home and in the dirt. But huge wide concourses, all kinds of food, beverage, shopping items for the fans here.
Ice cream machine in the press box. That's huge.
You took full advantage of that.
That's right.
And I like the historical cues that the Rangers included in this new design. From the back point of home plate to the screen, it's 42 feet to commemorate the great Jackie Robinson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And with that in mind, that's something else to think about. If you're in a tight game and a ball gets past the catcher, it's not a sure thing that a runner can score, much less advance, because of the close distance.
It just depends. Well, and that's why I think it's a great idea how they put the fans down behind. If you're going to have it that close, let them be right on the action. Kind of reminds you of Cleveland.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Good battle here. The pitch is strike 3. That one shin high. Ozuna argues about that.
I was going to say some of the other ones were pretty close. That one was down. Marcel's got a reason as we take a look here to be upset with this pitch.
Yeah, Garver stole a strike there.
Yeah. Here's how Tom's mask goes sideways when he does that too.
It's a violent strike 3 call. He's out number 1, Ozzie Albies. He's walked twice in the game. He's also stolen a base. A lot of odd angles on the outfield wall here.
Yeah, a lot of different nooks and crannies around the whole thing.
And all of those home run distances have special meaning. We can get that shot in the left field corner again as this one's popped up. Who wants it? It's going to be the Rangers first baseman Lowe. He's got it for out number 2. 334 feet. 34 for Nolan Ryan. If we move to the right, the 372. 72 the first year the Rangers came to Texas. And straightaway center, it's 407 for Pudge Rodriguez and 410 for Michael Young. And then all the way around in the right field corner, 326. 26, the late great Johnny Oates, who was a marvelous man and manager here. Adam Duvall hits and takes a strike. I like that kind of stuff. Educate the fans, and little kid says, Dad, why is it 326 to right field? Well, Johnny Oates was the skipper here for many years before passing away. They've had a terrific, rich history. It's a franchise that had Nolan Ryan playing here. And some other spectacular big league stars, including the great Jeff Francoeur, who led the Rangers to the AL pennant. No balls, 2 strikes. It's high and out of play right side.
Okay, Burke's made an adjustment this inning. Whatever he's done, he's gone in. He's actually doing a much better job of working the inner half of the plate and then going away like that enough to keep you off that inside cutter. That last thing, those hitters were going up there and you could tell that they were seeing that ball clearly.
Good velocity on that pitch, but it missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Duvall. He struck out and walked. Rangers will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up in the 5th. They're down 4 runs. And another strikeout. 2 more looking strikeouts for the Braves offense in a scoreless 5th inning. 5-1 for Ian Anderson. And his Cy Young Award. The first 15,000 fans at Truist Park will get the John Smoltz bobblehead. Get your tickets today at Braves.com. So May 10th is Smoltzy. May 13th is Tom Glavine. Here on April 29th, it's Ian Anderson who leads 5-1. He's got a 2-hitter going. One of the hits left the ballpark in the Rangers' 2nd. On the ground again. Another ground ball out. Perfect throw. And takes care of Calhoun.
Quite a few of those for Ian tonight. Saving that pitch count for him. Getting a couple ground balls on the 1st or 2nd pitch. Quick outs. Key.
8 ground ball outs.
When you love it. Yesterday Kyle Wright was able to get you 7. You gave the pen a nice rest. You'd love to get Ian through 6, maybe even 7 tonight. Same thing with 6 games coming in the next 5 days.
Dansby has recorded 6 of those assists on the 8 ground ball outs. The shortstop for the Braves has been busy tonight as Andy Ibanez digs in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Middle game of the series will come your way tomorrow night. Lifted right side. Olsen will give brief chase. Won't have it played. Homecoming for Bryce Elder. The University of Texas star will pitch for the Braves against right-hander Dane Dunning. Our start time back east an hour earlier. First pitch at 7:05 Eastern time. We'll have Braves live at 6:30. And then we wrap up the series on Sunday afternoon. The Braves have not yet announced their starter. I think that's one of those we'll see how we get there decisions over the next 2 games.
Yeah. Good chance it's going to be a pen day. Just a matter of who's going to eat the bulk of those innings.
Oh, that got Contreras. Oh, ricochet. Tom Hallion with some professional courtesy.
Yeah.
And as many umpires do, they say, boy, glad that wasn't me. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Better you than me.
Yes. For Andy Ibanez. 1 out in the Rangers' 5th. The pitch up the middle, but into the shift. Ozzie gave ground. Long throw, and Olsen stretched out. Well, Atlanta's infield defense has been excellent. More on that in a moment. First, a quick message from Texas Pete.
Welcome to the tribe. The Texas Pete tried and true. Texas Pete, sauce like you mean it.
Here's Calhoun. Cole has been up twice. He's seen 2 pitches.
Do you think he takes one here?
Nope. Strike 1, but he's not going to make it out. No action in the Texas bullpen. Albert Abreu's getting up. He's off to a good start, as you see. Ground ball into the shift. Calhoun seen 4 pitches and he's made 3 outs, and Anderson breezing along. He's qualified for the win. It's a 5-1 game. Always want to keep an eye on the Mets. They're atop the division and facing the Phillies tonight. And the big polar bear, Pete Alonso, just hit a home run to extend the Mets lead to 3-0. But the number on top is what you pay attention to. The Mets are throwing a no-hitter against Philadelphia so far tonight. And that is Tyler McGill, I believe, pitching in that game. McGill 3-0 on the year. And Jeff, he's a guy that has given the Braves plenty of trouble too.
He has. Remember last year we would see some of his numbers, Chip, against other teams, and they would hit him. The Braves had issues, but big, tall guy, very different than what you're used to seeing.
McGill went 5 innings tonight. It's a bullpen game the rest of the way, but still no hits through 7 1/3 in New York. Here it's Albert Abreu, the 5th pitcher for Texas tonight. We are in the 6th inning. Last 2 appearances for Abreu. A lot of walks.
These Rangers pitchers, some have been able to get some strikeouts, 10 in fact through 5 innings, but the Braves offense plenty of damage besides that. 6 looking.
Here in the Braves 6th, Heredia, Contreras, and Dansby are coming up. This Rangers club is not bereft of pitching talent. They've got some very recognizable names. As this one is foul past third. Martin Perez, remember him?
Oh yeah.
He's 0-2 with a 3.0 ERA. He pitches well. They don't score for him. They signed John Gray, the former Colorado Rocky. Hasn't gone well for John. 2 starts, 9 innings, 7 runs. Dane Dunning, who will face tomorrow, 5 starts, a near 5 ERA.
And then when you're not scoring much in the first inning, you find yourself just fighting an uphill battle majority of the games.
And that'll wear on a club.
Yeah.
But obviously, see, the point of it is, I think sometimes we overcomplicate this sport. If you don't pitch, you don't win. And that's the challenge for the Rangers, among others. When they came in, their starters ERA 5.33. They are 2 from the bottom as a team in ERA in the American League. Second most walks issued. And to your point, Jeff, 10th highest batting average. Just hasn't clicked yet for them. Rangers 6-13. This one hit the other way on the ground. And the play at first will be in plenty of time to retire Heredia, who's 0-for-3 tonight. Mark your calendars. It's Star Wars night at Truist Park, and it's Friday the 13th too. That'll be fun. Your ticket package features a Boba Fett and Braves co-branded blanket. You can choose between 4 different seating locations by going to braves.com/Star Wars. Those 2 lovely ladies on the left of your screen, and the equally lovely 3 ladies to their left are Delta Airlines flight crew.
All 5 of them here tonight. Look like they're doing a lot of talking though, right? More than watching.
Contreras a home run tonight. His first since last October, giving Travis d'Arnaud a night off. And he unloads again into the The Braves lead the National League in homers, and they are adding to that total tonight. They've hit 4 of them. 3 solos, 1 2-run homer. It's 6-1 in the 6th.
Well, maybe got inspired by seeing his brother yesterday, but wow. I thought the first home run he hit was absolutely smoked. This one, just listen.
He knew it too.
Yeah. Well, that ball was up in the zone too, and he brought his hands in beautifully. And look, all the way off the back part of the bullpen wall.
Check swing and a bouncing ball towards Semien. And that'll take care of Dansby Swanson for the 2nd out. He hit the star in the back of the bullpen on the fly.
Yes.
I can't wait to get the tail of the tape on that shot. A multi-homer game for Contreras. And that's the first of his big league career.
Braves have hit some balls hard tonight on the button.
Well, how about Travis Demeritte filling the role of the leadoff hitter to perfection? 2 hits, 2 runs, and the first inside the park homer in the Rangers' new ballpark's brief history. Homers for Atlanta in the 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, and now the 6th innings. Six runs on 8 hits for the Braves. Trying to win back-to-back games and earn their 10th victory. 435 feet is the official tail of the tape on the Contreras home run.
See that pitch before Travis was even ready.
So our All-State Mayhem moment of the game. Here's the inside the Parker.
And this is where you knew it was trouble, but right here when he got up, he looked 2 different ways, and that's when you knew Travis had a chance. Wash sent him the whole way. It's first inside the park home run for the Braves in 6 years.
Did you ever have one of those, even in the minor leagues?
No.
High school?
I don't think so.
No.
I like collecting doubles.
You're not the only one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that is ball 4. Demeritte takes a walk. He's on base for the 3rd time in the game. It's always funny when you see a guy get a triple and they end up at third base. They're just gasping for air because it's a long way to go, right?
Yeah, but when you see him throw that thing up, you saw Travis put in another gear knowing you have an opportunity for something like that. Doesn't happen often.
So great night for the Georgia native Travis Demeritte. Here's Olson. Infield hit for him in the 4th inning. Tried to take 2nd on a throwing error that scored a Braves run, but it was thrown out after review. And the pitch. Good cut. And strike 1. Little pop behind short. Long way to go. And caught in left. Miller got there, and Olson is retired, and so are the Braves. But William Contreras, a milestone for him. His first multi-homer game as a big league catcher. 2 solo shots. The Braves rolling on the road. We're in the 6th. It's 6-1. Anderson leading 6-1. The Rangers come up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's our landmark player comparison. 2 terrific Major League second basemen squaring off.
Yeah, since start of 21, these 2 rank 1-2 in MLB for extra base hits among all infielders. And Albies leads all of MLB with 32 go-ahead RBIs.
Two very similar second sackers, Kelly, but that's not all they have in common, right?
Certainly a leader in both of their lives that they share in Ron Washington. I think we all know the special bond Ozzie and he share. We see it play out on the field every day, hear the respect and admiration when they speak of one another. But Semien echoed similar sentiments in his introductory press conference here at the Rangers, calling Ron Washington the most influential baseball man in his life. So I thought that was a really strong quote that I saw and wanted to kind of pass that along because he has touched a lot of men and certainly a lot of men on the baseball field, gentlemen.
I couldn't agree more when you talk about, I was about to add to that saying, if you go to every clubhouse, I guarantee there's at least 4 or 5 people in that clubhouse that Ron Washington has done something for them in their career.
We were joking with Ron, wishing him happy birthday before the game today. I love what you said. I said, I hope I make it to 70.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? But he says these players keep him young, keep him fresh. As this ball's cracked toward the gap in left center. Long run, diving try. It's back and down off the warning track. And Marcus Semien leads off with a 2-base hit to left center field. His first hit of the night. Rangers now bidding to score their first 6th inning run of the season here tonight with a leadoff double.
And I got a pitch up in the zone. Reddy almost made a beautiful play, but good job by Adam Duvall knowing kind of that he was going for that, and you see how he backed him up, kept Semien at second instead of giving him a triple.
So here is Corey Seager. He's 0 for 2. But to finish up the thought on Wash, I think he keeps all of us young and on our toes.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Took the Rangers to the World Series in back-to-back years, was 1 strike away from winning it, and the Cardinals spoiled that party in 2011. This ball will advance the runner to third, but another ground ball out, 1 away. And then, of course, the Rangers, their first trip as American League champions, ran into that Giants dynasty that won 3 World Series in the span of 5 years.
Yeah.
And
I was a part of that team in 10.
Yep.
Lost in 5 games. I think for Wash, the one that hurt was the next year, as you said, 1 strike away from winning the whole thing.
And that's what he talked about in his media scrum. His first time back here since managing the Rangers with Atlanta. Ron brought out his World Series ring and showed it to the media and said, look, I'm heartbroken for the fans in Texas that we didn't get it done. We didn't win the World Series. We came close. He's proud of the accomplishment, proud of the achievement, proud of how close they came. And Ron said, in essence, he's eternally grateful that he finally got to win a ring with Atlanta as the Braves third base coach. Ground ball. Ozzie loads up. Long throw. It's in the stretch and in time. That'll score a run. The first run for the Rangers in the 6th inning.
All season, first time they've scored, but good play by Ozzie. And with a 6-1 lead, Chip, great job by Ian. You give up a leadoff double, get 2 ground balls, you'll trade a run, and keep it at 6-2.
Remember, in the minor leagues, Ozzie Albies and Dansby Swanson would alternate playing shortstop. He's got a good arm. And he showed it off there on a hot shot ground ball for Garcia, who has both Texas RBIs. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. He's 0 for 2. Let's see if Ian can get through 6 complete here. He's up 6-2. 5 2/3 is his season high. That was his win against San Diego out at Petco Park. And that's foul for an even count. 85 pitches for Ian. 93 is his season high. That was last time out against Miami. So I think we're seeing that too, Jeff, all around Major League Baseball. This would be about the time where guys will be making their first start if you factor in the lost couple of weeks of spring training. So some of that early season rust and inconsistency that was there is starting to get pitched out.
Yeah, I was going to say, starting to kind of take shape.
Two balls, two strikes, and now full count. The payoff on the ground and foul. We shall do it again. When the Braves come up in the 7th, Riley Ozuna and Albies will be the batters. No trouble for Ian Anderson in the first. Gave up a homer in the second. He's been a ground ball machine, 12 of them so far tonight. And a strikeout too. What a way to finish the inning. He gives up the double, gives up a run. But the Rangers running out of outs. We're through 6. Told you everything's big in Texas at the start of the broadcast tonight. Braves lead 6-2. They've hit 4 homers. 2-homer game for William Contreras. Austin Riley got the party started with a 2-run blast. And for good measure, Travis Demeritte with the first inside park home run for the Braves since Dansby Swanson's rookie season. So that and Ian Anderson has been a lot of fun to watch here in game 1. And Riley goes to work at the plate in the 7th inning with a 1-for-3 game against the Rangers. 6 homers, 12 RBIs now for Austin as he faces Abreu, the 5th Rangers pitcher of the night. Jesse Chavez was up and playing catch in the Braves bullpen. He might be next. With a 4-run lead, Texas has but 3 hits tonight.
I'll see it 90 pitches if they, 6th inning's been a good night. You said I think the big key, ground balls. Got ground balls all night and let this infield, great infield defense do work.
A dozen of them. Only out in the air recorded was the Seager pop-up that Riley caught in foul ground as Austin goes down swinging. That's about the only blemish tonight. When the Braves aren't making contact, they are swinging and missing a lot tonight.
Contreras hit the big home run off of Abreu, but you see the arm. He's got a huge arm. 97, 98 sinking in. Good slider.
Here's Marcel. Didn't like strike 3 that was called shin high last time up.
Yeah, I would say Tom Hallion's done a good job. That was the one pitch that was definitely a ball. It was down and in.
By the way, there's a website that I follow occasionally. It's the umpire scorecard page. Did you see the score that Quinn Walcott got in the game last night in Atlanta?
It would have to be pretty good.
Missed 1 pitch.
That 3-game series was the least amount we've talked about umpires all year.
Yeah.
I thought they were fantastic. Fair strike zone the whole night. Alfonso Marquez the night before. Maybe a small strike zone, a hitter strike zone, but it was the same all game.
Yeah, it's a bullet hit foul by Ozuna. 2 balls and a strike. And look, they're going to miss a pitch or two. It's the human nature of the game. I'm not one that's personally eagerly looking forward to a robotic strike zone.
I'm not either.
Hope it never comes, personally.
I want the pitch clock. I don't want that.
Yep. And when you see games like that, I think it's only right you credit the umpire for a job extremely well done, because we all know when they make a mistake, everybody's more than willing to let them have it. So I'm with you.
No one remembers the 20 in a row they got right.
Correct. That was a really well umpired series. Last 2 series, for that matter, have been good ones. As Ozuna spun out of the way, and he's going to take first base. Another Texas walk, this one with 1 out. Ozzy's walked twice. And look, let's face it, this game for Atlanta's offense is a 3-outcome game. Homer, walk, and strikeout, but they're winning it 6-2. As we told you, Ronald Acuna Jr. not in the lineup tonight. That's part of the rehab plan for him. We'll see if he's good to go and in what role tomorrow night. Kelly reported earlier he feels great. But you understand the caution with which the Braves are handling him. Demerit's filled the leadoff spot great, gotten on 3 times tonight. And now Ozzy Albies back in the 5th spot, a run producing spot. And has reached base with a couple of walks. Hope you'll stick around for the stretch. It's presented by Georgia Natural Gas. Trevor and Nick Green are going to be talking about the great job of Travis Demeritte leading off tonight. He deserves a lot of pub this evening. And Ozzy backs away from that high. 96 miles an hour, but he's behind in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Abreu ready, short lead at first. The pitch is up and away. Ball 3.
Man, from this side of the plate tonight, Ozzy now has seen 12 pitches, chip 11 balls, 1 strike.
Wow.
His other bat he hit right-handed.
But if it's close, Ozzy's going to turn it loose. The pitch. Foul away at the plate. See all the scores from Major League Baseball on the bottom of your screen with our Bally bar. They go to the 9th inning in New York. The Mets still have a combined no-hitter against the Phillies. Edwin Diaz is going to try to close it out. He's got Bryce Harper up first. Here it's 6-2 Atlanta. Runner goes. Pitch popped up. That's where one of the couple of teams that had to wait forever to get their first no-hitter. When you think of Dwight Gooden and Tom Seaver and
finally Johan Santana,
John Matlack and company, Johan Santana got the first one. We'll see if there's going to be another one. Ozuna was running with that short lead. And 1 out, 3 balls, 2 strikes. He goes again, and it's fouled back again. Another game of import in our division. The Marlins are rolling. They won again today. They beat Seattle 8-6. Marlins a much improved club. This Eastern Division race in the National League is going to be a blast all summer long. Marlins are now 11-8. They've won 6 games in a row. 25,829 here tonight. Braves took him out of the game in the very first inning. That home run from Austin Riley. And can't say it enough. There are a lot of Braves fans here for this series.
Yeah.
Here we go with another payoff pitch. And time was called. And Ozuna saying, oh my goodness, I got to go back to first to do this again. For 3 or 4 foul balls. Might be looking in at Ozzy saying, hey, straighten it out, kid. Not going this time, and Ozzy takes ball 4. So now Marcell can walk to second. Back-to-back walks. And Adam Duvall, the hitter, a walk and a pair of punch-outs for him. More action in the Texas bullpen. That's Colby Allard, former Brave farmhand. Well, I don't know how a team, again, it's early in the season, but you go 5, 6, 7 relief pitchers deep every night. That is a tough way to try to win.
You can see Abreu type guy, big arm, just not a lot of control right now.
Abreu and Garver can't get together on the signs, and now Garver's got to go out and talk to the right-hander. The game has slowed to a snail's pace. So as the Rangers figure out what to do with Adam Duvall, first a quick message from Zaxby's.
It's the new Signature Club with bacon and cheese, remixed by Zaxby's.
Well, we said before the game to Ron Washington, hope you're busy on your birthday. He has been.
Yes.
4 homers. And the Mets just finished up the combined no-hitter of the Phillies. 3-0 the final. Harper, Castellanos, and Realmuto struck out against Edwin Diaz in the 9th. So everything going right for the New York Mets atop the Eastern Division race. We'll see them beginning Monday for a 4-game series, a doubleheader on Tuesday. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch. That got away from Garver, and that's going to bounce all the way behind the Braves on deck circle. So runners advance. Certainly there could have been a cross-up after that long meeting.
No, and I thought it was a pretty good pitch.
And Chris Woodward's looking on as if to say, what in the world happened here?
Oh, it's absolutely a cross-up. Chip, the way he set up for it, he thought it was going to be a slider through a sinker, and I think that was Chris Woodward's. You can see Garver shaking his head looking at him.
And again, Abreu had gone into his cap. I assume he's got a card in the cap. And now the entire infield's going to come in once again to make sure that they're on the same page here. That's going to be ruled a pass ball. And again, the Rangers pitching coach is going to come out and try to restore some order here. And you know what else? Might be the pitch communication system's faulty too.
Yeah, but as you said, he was just out there.
So he just did Abreu Seager's earpiece. They switched out. And we'll see if that helps the communication between pitcher and catcher. So the infield comes in for Duvall. Braves are up 6-2. That one got away. There's that short ricochet. Ozuna's got to scramble back to third. Again, it's only 42 feet behind home plate. You've got to be real sure you can make it. And a nice play by Garver to prevent a run for the moment. But I think that's going to be it for Abreu as Duvall takes ball 4 and the bases are loaded for the Braves. 3 consecutive walks come with 1 out in the 7th inning. And Colby Allard, who is warming up, will have to come in and try to clean up yet another Rangers defensive mess. 6-2 Atlanta. The Braves enjoying their first visit to Globe Life Field in regular season play tonight.
Airlines. Keep climbing. And by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Yeah, it's a happy birthday to this point for Ron Washington. He's been busy. The Braves have scored 6 runs. They have the bases loaded for the second time tonight. And now they'll take aim at a former member of the Braves organization, Colby Allard, a former #1 pick back in 2015. The Braves traded him to Texas for Chris Martin when the Braves improved their bullpen in 2019. Allard, rough year last year, 3-12 with a 5.41 ERA. And he's got him loaded. And Guillermo Heredia's up. And a swing and a miss. Allard pitched on Sunday. That's the only time he's pitched in the last 11 days. And in some ways, Jeff, he's a little like a left-handed Ian Anderson. Looks like he's straight over the top.
Yeah, like you said, I think a guy that Texas was hoping when they gave up Chris Martin could come over here and take one of those rotation spots has not been able to happen for him yet.
Heredia tonight is 0 for 3, a couple of punch outs. He's got to protect with 2 strikes. Then Babe Contreras could hit. He's hit 2 homers.
Yeah, why not go for 3?
Didn't chase that. A change up, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out. 92 and down, and a hat trick for Heredia. 2 outs. Speaking of 2, Contreras, a homer in the 4th, Jeff, and a homer in the 6th.
First career multi-home run game for William. That first one on a 3-0 fastball on the inner half, and last time up against Abreu, 97 up in the zone, pulls the hands in, as you said, Chip, off the star in the bullpen. Ron Washington liking that one.
Up the middle. Oh, Allard, a great play. Atlanta out of luck in the 7th inning. They load the bases and cannot add to a 6-2 lead, but we send you to the stretch. Good news in Texas, fellas. Take it away. The stretch, fellas. Yes, Travis Demerit's had a super night. So did Ian Anderson. Let's not forget, Jeff, how well he pitched in this game. 12 ground ball outs in his 6 innings of work, just 3 hits, looking more and more like the Ian Anderson who spoiled us for the last couple of years.
And you know what? I'll go back and started Chip by the 1st inning. 2 ground ball quick outs on 3 pitches and a strikeout to Seager. As you see, yeah, it's all fun when things are going your way like that tonight. Great start by Ian Anderson. Was able to keep the ball down, get ground ball outs, and the Braves have a nice 6-2 lead right now.
So Anderson will be taken down after his 6 innings. Jesse Chavez will come in. Chavez will face the bottom portion of the order. Jesse back with the Braves again after starting the season with the Cubs. One thing you know about Chavez, when he's right, he's around the strike zone a lot, and that's what you want late.
Anyway, you feel good about him coming in, pouring strikes, make this Texas Rangers team get back in it by hitting.
Jesse came in after Charlie Morton's last start, struck out 3 men in an inning and 2/3. So Jesse's pitching tonight. Don't know if you scratch his name off the list of potential candidates to start on Sunday, but if you use an opener, maybe he could come back and pitch an inning. That depends on how long this outing is. Pop fly into right, and that should be easy, and is. Demerit's there for out number 1. Let's enjoy a quick message now from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
That is the first fly out to the outfield for the Braves in this game. Defensively, Brad Miller bats and takes a little low. 1 ball, no strikes. Miller has whiffed twice, once swinging, once looking. And that's in the netting by the Braves dugout. Great story from Kelly Kroll earlier tonight. It's Ron Washington's 70th birthday. Ozzie Albies bought the ingredients, went to the grocery store, came to the park early to bake Wash a birthday cake.
Yeah, that's what we got to. I know Kelly will find out. I want to know what type of cake it is. You know, did he make Tres Leches?
Well, I mean, it's from Curacao. Coconut cake would be good. One of my favorites. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled away, 2-2.
I'm not going to tell the whole story, but you know it, Chip. When I was in New York, Carlos Beltran was on the IL and made the most amazing Tres Leches cake I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think they were thrilled that he was cooking and not playing.
Playing, right? On the ground, and that sneaks through for a base hit. Braves had the shift on, but still have whistled through this fast infield. So a hit for Miller, and he's aboard with 1 out.
As far as I was concerned, that cake was worth $18 million.
I hope they save us a piece. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
So is Tres Leches your favorite cake, or is it
when it's made right?
When it's made right. Okay. Keep that in mind. As Willie Calhoun hits, he's 0 for 2. This guy was traded for Yu Darvish. And a strike. And as we said, the issue for Calhoun, it's just a stroke of bad luck for him and the Rangers. Injuries have really sidetracked him the last couple of seasons.
I think I like to right now with this Braves pitching staff, it's starting to, you know, Charlie Morton obviously did not have the start he wanted to. Again, I'll say with Charlie, I'm not worried about Charlie. Right. I think when he finds it, he finds it. But you know, the 5 guys that you're going to kind of run out there now is starting to take shape. And I think that was, you know, to start the year, you had the 6-man rotation. Then you were, you know, right away, what, first road trip guys were hurt.
This is popped up right side. Olsen and Albies. It'll be Matt in front of the chef Ozzie Albies. There's the second out.
Needless to say, I think it's starting to take shape. I think these guys are going to get in a nice groove now of pitching every 5 days. And I think that makes a big difference.
And the way that the rotation stacks up here in Texas means you've got your big guns going up against the first place Mets in the head-to-head series starting Monday. If you're just joining us, Mets no-hit the Phillies tonight, a combined no-hitter. So with a win tonight, Atlanta won't be able to gain any ground in the divisional race, but they'll potentially get to within a game of 500. Those at the moment are 9-11. Strike after strike from Jesse Chavez. Tyler Matzek up in the pen for Atlanta. He's getting ready for the 8th inning. As Eddie Ibanez, the 9th place hitter for the Rangers, with a 1-for-2 night, tries to get something started for Texas. They're down 6-2. William Contreras has had a nice game behind the plate too. He's a lot like his brother. He's very animated, very active, very encouraging for his pitchers.
I'll say this, he has improved a lot over the last year behind the plate. A lot of games last year where his defense we talked about quite a bit.
Yeah, it was noticeable.
Yes.
The struggles he had in doing the basic fundamental thing of the position, catch the ball first.
Well, when they sent him down at that time, remember that was Snit thing. Offensively, he's fine up here. He said he's got to learn how to catch. He's done a much better job.
In the air to right field, that's down for a hit for Ibanez. The Rangers can't risk getting thrown out. They'll play station to station as the lineup card goes back to the top, and Cole Calhoun, 2 on, 2 outs. And let's see if the Braves go to Matzek here with the left-hand hitter up, Calhoun, who's seen 4 pitches and made 3 outs. And the answer to that question apparently is going to be a very loud yes. Brian Snitker makes his way out. He's going to point to the bullpen. Jesse Chavez, 2/3 of an inning, allows 2 hits. No runs so far, no walks or strikeouts. And the night shift will go to work in the 7th inning with a 6-2 lead.
Let's go places. And by the Georgia Lottery, today could be the day.
Back at Globe Life Field, Braves back in this beautiful ballpark for the first time since the 2020 postseason. Tyler Matzek is on. He will try to put out this fire here with lefty hitting Cole Calhoun scheduled. But this is what Texas will do. They will play matchups all game long. You start bringing in the lefties for lefty matchups, they'll bring in the righties, but that doesn't bother Tyler, Jeff. He's a very effective reliever against right-handed hitters, and this one's Nick Solak. And that's taken high, 1 ball, no strikes.
It's funny, you see a lot of guys, managers do that with Tyler Matzek, and usually Tyler Matzek splits are different against righty and lefties. Kind of backwards.
2 on, 2 out. Let's not make this any more interesting. Again, you've got a dangerous part of the lineup. Semien, who doubled, he is waiting on deck. And then Corey Seager. 6-2, Braves lead it. Solak almost got hit. You put him on, you bring the tying run to the plate.
The game's been too well pitched by Ian Anderson and the Braves offense to let that happen, Chip. Not tonight.
It's popped out of play, foul, so Matzek a strike away. Deuce is wild here from Matzek, and the pitch. And it's headed for the seats right side. Big leads at first and second for Texas. And driven toward right. Demeritte retreating is going to have plenty of room. And Matzek gets her done. Texas strands a pair in the seventh. The big crowd of Braves fans in Texas enjoying that and the score. It's 6-2. For three with a double and a run scored. A couple of defensive changes for Texas. Brent Miller is now the right fielder with Calhoun out. Solak stays in the game. And he's in left field for Texas. Jeff pointed out in his Ford Keys at the start of the broadcast, and can't say it enough. When the Braves offense gets production from 7, 8, 9, they have a chance to have a good night. And they've done that.
Well, you just go look at the scoreboard. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth. You keep chipping away, and eventually it's tough for the other team to make up that many runs and come back. Look, you love the innings where you score 7 runs and pile up, Chip, but night in, night out, if you can do this, keep adding and adding, it's demoralizing for the other team.
Dansby pops this one up. Shift was on. Semien goes out. It's going to be Miller in right. And he'll put that away for the first out. A couple of stats pop out at you. Look, it's too early to say that these are going to be continuous trends, but at the moment they're really accurate. When the Braves score the first run in the game, they're 8-1. They scored first tonight. When their starter goes 6 or more innings, they're unbeaten. They're 5-0. Ian Anderson went 6 tonight. So pretty good recipe.
Yeah, and I think we know when your starter goes 6, you get the part of the bullpen that really, you know, for the Braves with Matzek and Smith and Jansen that you want out there. Will Smith's getting up in the bullpen right now for Atlanta.
Spencer Strider playing catch 2. He's the right-hander. What a night for this young man, Travis Demeritte. He's on base 3 times and an inside the park homer. Led off tonight's play with a base hit up the middle. Riley brought him home with a 2-run booming home run. And Atlanta hasn't looked back. A ball and 2 strikes. In the Rangers 8th, you've got Semien, Seager, and Garcia scheduled. Matt Olson will follow the Braves leadoff man, Travis Demeritte, in the 8th. And a swing and a miss. Allard's looking good. That's his second strikeout. Base is empty for Olson. Get more team coverage, full game replays and highlights. Braves baseball is streaming on the Bally Sports app, and that's presented by T-Mobile. Olson has an infield hit. That came in the 4th inning. So he's 1 for 4. So Olsen down to his last strike.
It's like these Braves hitters aren't seeing the ball out of his hand, kind of picking it up late.
On the ground to the right side. And Colby Allard has an easy 8th inning. Braves are 6 out away from a series opening win.
The All-South Highway Safety Team. Never mix drinking and driving.
Four homers and the changeup fastball combo of Ian Anderson is the story for the Braves in game 1 to this point. Tyler Matzek got the Braves out of a 2-on 2-out situation in the 7th. Now it's Will Smith's turn as he's on for the 9th time with Semien, Seager, and Garcia coming up for Texas.
Well, I like this move. You know, Matzek came in, got out of a tough situation right there. You know, you don't have to throw him back out there with Will. Let him come in for a clean inning and then do what you want in the 9th if you want to bring Jansen in. But that's the strength of one of the strengths of this team, that bullpen. A lot of arms you can turn to late in games.
Semien doubled and scored the 2nd Texas run. Rough spell for him. He has 2 hits in his last 18 at bats, and that double snapped an 0 for 13. The Braves shift on him, and it's fouled back to the netting. It's an even count. Bryce Elder will pitch in his home state here tomorrow night. Dane Dunning for Texas. First pitch an hour earlier back east. At 7:05 Eastern time. Braves live at 6:30. Strike 2 for Semien.
I think with Semien Seager too, there's a little bit, I feel like, from a national standpoint, unrealistic expectations. This team was going to be improved this year. I think everybody thought just because you added these 2 guys, there were still a lot of holes in this team.
It's fouled off Semien's foot. We'll try again. Well, no doubt about it. It was a rough year for the Rangers last year. 60-102 was their record. 5 straight losing seasons. As that just missed, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still drew over 2 million fans. Offense was a big problem. They had the 2nd lowest batting average. That's why they went and got Semien and Seager. They figured we can outscore some people. And I'm sure they will by the time those guys start to heat up. Already a very good defensive club last year. They did make an error tonight. Strike 3, paints a corner. Perfect pitch. I mean, you couldn't have walked the ball to the catcher's glove any better than that was thrown.
No, and after a couple sliders like that, caught him. Look at this, 93, right on the corner looking.
I love the fact that he throws his fastball, Jeff. I really do.
The fact that Tom Hallion throws out his back and screams strike 3 every time.
There have been 17, 18 strikeouts in this game. Fly ball, Seager to left. Long run, Heredia still going back near that wall. Leaping try, can't get it. Corey Seager ambushes a first pitch. It's a home run, and it's a 3-run game. Shades of the NLCS for Seager against the Braves.
Now this guy's hit for years, and you knew it was a matter of time before he got going. Able to drive this one just over Reddia's head.
On the ground, Olsen with the backhand. Race to the bag. Good play. Smith didn't get there in time. Braves had a huge shift on. And Garcia, center fielder, outraced Will Smith to the first base bag. Let's see if the Braves challenge this call at first. It was bang, bang. And remember, the Braves used a challenge earlier and were denied. So could this be a crew chief review?
From here, it looked like he might have beat him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, yeah, he's out.
Call at first.
Absolutely, he's out.
The Braves will use their second of two challenges. They'll retain it when this call is overturned at first. Garcia hustling down the line. Good job by Smith not to spectate. Ball hit to the right side. He raced to the bag and looked like he beat his man by the length of his size 13 shoe.
Yeah, it's clear as day.
Yep. Because he had a good angle, he just missed it.
This is a crew chief review. The call on the field is overturned. The runner is out at first.
So it was a crew chief review. No first down call from Tom Hallion.
They got Tom working tonight.
Yep.
About 9 or 10 called third strikes, couple of reviews.
He's going to sleep well tonight.
Big night for him.
So 2 outs after the Seager homer. Nathaniel Lowe, I want to make him mad, is the hitter with the bases empty. So a 6-3 score now.
It's a good job by Will getting over there quick. I think you mentioned it. Matt was the only guy on that side, and he was halfway to second base when he fielded that ball.
Good breaking ball. 1-1 count. Braves in Texas for the first time since 2014 in regular season play, and Smith's good work continues. He will take care of Nathaniel Lowe. To the ninth we go. Braves by 3. To the ninth we go. Chip and Jeff with you upstairs. Kelly crawled downstairs in the by the Braves dugout. Good start to the series so far. Atlanta's hit 4 home runs and carries a 3-run lead into the 9th inning against Colby Allard. Austin Riley got the hit parade started with a 2-run homer in the opening inning tonight. He's 1 for 4 overall. Ozuna and Albies to follow. Allard has been good. He's retired 5 straight. Swing and a shot hammered toward left field. That ball is going to hit off the base of the wall. Riley a big turn, momentary pause. He's going to chug to second and slide in safely with a bullet to left. His second extra base hit of the game. Little insurance wouldn't hurt, and that's an excellent way to get started. His 7th double.
Wow, that ball was absolutely hammered off the bat. Talk about Allard keeping the ball down. And guys have seemed not to kind of pick it up. You hear that. He hit so hard, it came back so quick. Right here, you said he almost kind of shut it down or got in easy for a double.
Let's see if Ozuna can chase him home.
114-6 off the bat.
Braves have left 8 men on base in the game. And by my counter, 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They've been in scoring position in the batter's box with the 4 homers, including an inside the Parker from Travis Demeritte. High pop right side. Low near the netting is going to have room. And Ozuna pops out. That's out number 1. Here's a quick message from Truist.
Jessica was born to care.
That's my best friend. She don't need no.
Miss Hogan's class? It's Atlantis.
Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care.
When's the last time Ozzie Albies walked 3 times in a game? He's done it tonight. He's also popped out. Another chance for Low and foul ground.
Well, that was a good matchup for Ozzie, a guy that likes to keep the ball in Allard low. Ozzie was trying to join the extra base hit parade tonight.
So a little over anxious. Braves can't advance Riley for the moment. Now Duvall's the hitter. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts for him. Braves line score tonight looks pretty good. 6 runs, 9 hits.
Those 9 hits were hit hard.
And in for a strike for Adam, who picked up his first home run 1 night ago. Kenley Jansen and Darren O'Day are getting ready in the bullpen. It'll be O'Day if the Braves add to the lead. It'll be Jansen if it stays 6-3, we presume. Bottom part of the Texas order is due. High pop. Semien drifts out. And Allard deserves a gold star. Terrific work in relief. He goes 2 2/3 with 1 hit allowed. Kenley Jansen to try to save it. Your next visit to Truist Park. Buy and manage game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Kenley Jansen's on, looking for save number 6 and win number 10 for the Braves on the year tonight.
5 for 5 save opportunities this year. 11 strikeouts. Really, you go back to that first game where he gave up those 3 runs, he's been outstanding.
And he will face Garver, Miller, and Calhoun for Texas in the 9th inning. Ian Anderson in line to pick up his 2nd win of the season. He went 6 innings of 2-run ball. Garrett Richards gave up the 2-run homer in the 1st. And Jansen, the man trying to nail it down for Atlanta, which hopes to keep pace with the Mets, who no-hit the Phillies tonight. Atop the National League East. Jansen will start with the catcher Mitch Garver, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Garver has started slowly at the plate for Texas. 5 for his last 22, and that's great improvement. He had a stretch of 1 for 25. And not an easy assignment for him here with big Kenley Jansen trying to nail it down. First pitch swing popped up. Contreras gives chase near the net and out of play. Braves Live presented by Xfinity follows us tonight. So far, happy totals to talk about. perfect pitch.
There's not much you're going to do with that. Down and away. Get yourself ahead of the count 0-2.
Just a touch low. And he's got a good velocity tonight. That was a 94-mile-an-hour cutter.
First night he pitched, he was like 91. Remember, it was cold, and we talked about the grip. Since that night, he's been consistently 93, 94 down.
Bumped it up to 95. That's the other thing. He's got that in the tank when he wants it. And Garver, a nice job to spoil that 2-strike pitch.
And you wonder now, everything that you've seen has been down, down. This is where sometimes Kenley will throw that cutter up in the zone and try to get a swing and miss.
On the ground, foul past third. Garver hanging tough. Six, 7, and 8 on the Texas lineup card in the bottom of the ninth. He's not going quietly here. Garver will see a 7th pitch. Kenley's first outing, as Jeff mentioned, his debut with the Braves, 30-pitch inning. Since then, the most he's thrown in the frame is 15. He's about to make his 8th to Garver, leading off the ninth. And another foul ball.
He's battling them. He's throwing good quality pitches.
Well, hey, look, these are important swings, obviously, for this game, but you know, if Texas bumps up Kenley Jansen's pitch count here, might take him out of the game tomorrow. We'll see. Pitch number 9 coming up. On the ground. Dansby's got that. And Garver retired after a lengthy battle. There's the first out for the Braves. 2 to get. Here's Brad Miller.
Dansby has been busy at shortstop tonight. Lots of action.
Braves have been racking up ground balls all night long tonight. 15 of them. And that's yanked foul by Brad Miller. Strike 1. I've got Swanson with 6 assists and 1 putout at shortstop unofficially.
Got a lot of them.
Base is clear for Miller. Jansen ready. Here it is. Too high. And 1-1. So one more strike will take care of Miller. Kenley with that little shimmy on the pitcher's mound, delivers, and he pulled a string, and Miller way out in front.
Everything's hard, and then goes to that kind of curveball. Usually gets Miller way out in front.
No shame in that, Mr. Miller. Kenley Jansen's been doing that his whole career. The Braves are now away from their 10th win. And Willie Calhoun stands in the way. Calhoun 0 for 3 tonight. He has yet to get the ball out of the infield, hitting 140 for the season. Too high. Ball 1. Well, the bottom dropped out of that pitch, didn't it?
Did, that curveball. That's what I said. Over the years, he's lost maybe a little bit of miles per hour. You've seen him throw that pitch just a little more to keep hitters, from trying to rush him with that.
Now he's a strike away. It's 1-2. Jansen and Calhoun. The pitch. Oh, Tom Hallion flinched. That would have been the 20th strikeout in this game.
Yeah, Tom could have finished the game in perfect fashion.
You called third?
Yeah.
He's had 9 of those tonight.
Yeah, might as well make it an even 10.
Kenley Jansen says he likes the hot weather. You see that perspiration dripping from his beard as he sets for his 18th pitch. Fans chopping away in Texas. Here it comes. Pitch number 19. Fly ball right, and how apropos is that? Travis Demeritte had a great night, and so did the Braves. 4 homers, 6 runs. Ian Anderson, 6 great innings, and the Braves strike first on the road trip and beat the Rangers, Jeff, in Game 1, 6-3 your final.
Well, you gotta like it. Getting in here late last night, they come out, play a great ball game. You got to give a lot of credit. Offense tonight showed up, hit a lot of balls hard, and Ian Anderson got the balls on the ground that he needed. Complete win. You got Matzik, Smith, and Jansen in this to finish the 7th, 8th, and 9th. 1-0 on the road trip so far.
And the Braves are now a game under 500, and they will turn to Texas native Bryce Elder tomorrow in Game 2 of this series. Dane Dunning will be the Rangers pitcher. We're on the air An hour earlier, 6:30 Eastern Time on Bally Sports South. First pitch at 7:05. It's a happy birthday for Ron Washington. Go enjoy some cake, young man. Happy birthday, Wash. We'll see you tomorrow. For Jeff, for Kelly, I'm Chip. Braves Live, presented by Xfinity, is coming up next.
This is Braves Live, presented by Xfinity. Ron Washington might have had his first birthday win. According to the interview with Kelly Crow pregame, Atlanta Braves win 6-3. It was quite the night for a lot of folks involved, but Travis Demeritte gets my crown for the evening. The young fella getting the inside the park home run. First one for the Braves since Dansby did it back in 2016. Shouts to him, and welcome in to another edition of Braves Live Postgame. Trevor Scales, Nick Green here with you. And Nick, it was a great way to start off the road trip, knowing that you got to handle biz against a team like the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers have been struggling, so you want to get off to a good start with this road trip. You know, the Mets, you have to play them 4 games starting on Monday. So to get this win was big. I like the way they played the game coming off the series win against the Cubs. Then you travel. So travel days are never easy to work with. They played good baseball. I love the way the offense swung the bat today. You get a good pitching performance from Ian. Just a lot of good things all the way around for the Braves. Win is the most important thing.
You talk about swinging the bat. That is our 4 keys to the game, because the big fly was on and popping once again. 4 home runs for the Atlanta Braves. It all got cracking with Austin Riley in the first pitch that he saw, Nick.
They had 3 home runs yesterday, 4 today. Austin Riley has so much power to the opposite field. Center field here, first pitch fastball. Didn't fool him at all. 2-run home run. That was huge to get on the board in the first. And how about Travis Demeritte? Not your standard over-the-fence home run, but we'll take all the inside park home runs we can get. I love the hustle. Not a great effort by Garcia in center. Travis Demeritte flying around the bases. Second home run for him in limited playing time. I love the belly flop into home plate and the smile. And how about William Contreras gets called up today because Manny Pena goes on the IL, or yesterday, excuse me, and then he comes up huge with his start today. A couple of home runs for him. That was a 3-0 count. Then the first home run, this one, a changeup up in kind of a weird location for a changeup. I know he didn't mean to throw it there, but Contreras, a big day for him. First career multi-home run game. 4 home runs for the Braves, and when they put 4 home runs on the board, you feel pretty good about how this offense is going to be doing and what the outcome's going to be.
A beautiful thing to see. Let's hear from the man who had half the home runs for the Braves on the evening. That is one William Contreras. He joined Kelly Crow post-game.
William, the first multi-home run game of your major league career. Walk us through your approach at the plate tonight and just how good you're feeling up there.
Bueno, obviamente tu primer juego con 2 jonrones. Cuéntanos un poquito de tus turnos de bateo y tu mentalidad durante esos turnos.
No, mira, sí, contento primeramente por estar aquí con el equipo, estar aquí arriba. Mira, esto es un sueño que uno cumple y mira, mi mentalidad hoy en el home play fue mantenerme con calma, mantenerme calmado siempre en mi nivel y mira, funcionó.
First of all, I'm just really happy to be up here with the team. You know, it's a dream come true for me. And as far as my approach during the at-bats, I just kept telling myself to be calm. That was the main thing I was trying to focus on. Just stay calm during the at-bats, stay focused.
Have you ever had 2 home runs in a game before at any level?
Que sí, en cualquier nivel, en cualquier juego, si has tenido 2 jonrones o más.
Sí, en el 2018.
Yeah, but 2018.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Well, I would have to imagine that this one, I saw the interaction with the guys in the dugout. Did someone in there call a big night from you?
Que si alguien en el dugout aquí, un compañero, adivinó que iba a tener un buen juego esta noche.
Mira, creo que Orlando Arcia siempre me dijo que iba a tener un buen juego hoy, que este iba a ser mi día y mira, se dio. Gracias le doy.
Yeah, Orlando Arcia predicted it. You know, he said I was going to have a big game tonight, and he nailed it, right? So he always supports me, always tries to get me going, so he got it tonight.
I know it looks like you're having a lot of fun up here, certainly. What did you think of Ian Anderson's night?
Mira, súper buen muchacho. Ian Anderson, con él tenemos muy buena comunicación. Vengo que echándole hace 5 años, tuvo tremendo staff, tremendo cambio, tremendos picheos y mira, logró su buena salida.
Yeah, first of all, tremendous guy. Him and I have had a great communication and great relationship over the years. And, you know, he had really good stuff tonight. Really good fastball, really good changeup. Just really good execution tonight.
Last but certainly not least, how much more comfortable, you say you're just glad to be up here, but how much more comfortable behind the plate are you feeling now?
Sí, mira, yo trabajé para eso, para sentirme cómodo. El año pasado fue un momento difícil, no conocía los pitchers, pero mira, trabajé, me enfoqué mucho en la parte de la defensa, me siento más calmado. Cuestión de hacer ajustes, llamar buen juego, y mira, aquí estoy arriba otra vez.
Yeah, I definitely worked at it a lot. You know, last year it was definitely a struggle in the sense where I wasn't very familiar with the pitchers, and that took a little bit of a learning curve, but just something that I worked at continuously, focused on. And this year I feel much more comfortable defensively, and I just stayed more calm while back there catching the plates and just more focused, and it's been obviously the results you can see a little better.
Great night. Enjoy the win, and go enjoy some cake with Wash, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, thank you, Franco. Thank you, William.
Appreciate it, Kelly. I didn't know there was cake out there on the field. They really are going into the celebration. I'm not mad at it. Again, William Contreras' first multi-home run game of his career, but the first home run of Travis Demeritt's career comes with a little bit harder work. But, excuse me, second home run of Travis Demeritt's career comes with a little bit harder work fashion, but he still gets it done, man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If it's a home run, it's a home run. You know, right? Just like a no-hitter, combined no-hitter, or one guy throwing a no-hitter. It doesn't matter. Home runs are home runs. Travis Demeritt has gotten off to a great start with the Braves this year. First inning had a single scored on the home run by Austin Riley. I love the at-bat. Just cut her away, going back up the middle, not trying to pull everything. And then, how about this? Another cutter away, squares it up. And Garcia got turned around because it was a knuckleball. He didn't put the backspin on it, ends up dying in front of him. When he did turn around, Ron Washington waving all the way around. I just watched the overhead view before we came on so I could see what Wash was doing. And he was all the way at third base telling him he's got to go, got to go. So it's just fun to watch. The excitement level with Travis Demeritt right now is incredible, and he's done a great job, whether he's hitting first today or hitting at the bottom of the order. He just provided a lot of spark for this club.
Without question, again, second career Braves career home run for Travis Demeritt, so shouts to him. He ended up sort of tying in a little bit of history for this Braves franchise in the relation to Dansby Swanson.
You know, I don't remember seeing a lot of inside the park home runs, period. This goes back to 2016. Dansby Swanson against Gio Gonzalez in Washington. Once it hits the wall right there, you got to go. And Dansby getting the inside the park home run doesn't surprise me that much. He's so fast, and I love when guys are able to do this. You have to cut corners. You have to slide head first. You got to get the helmet off the head. You have to show that show hair if you're Dansby Swanson. But it's just fun to watch, and it's an exciting part of the game. We don't get to see it a whole lot, so when we do get to see it, we need to appreciate it.
Absolutely. Like that hustle, man, that gives me, I try to get cardio.
By the way, I was saying go, go, go
right
in there when he was rounding the bases.
That's exactly.
I needed to see
Root them all, just from afar. Even it all counts. We'll shift over to Ian Anderson tonight, who we had hoped would get to round into form more so and more so as he progresses through the season, and he did so.
He did today, and I felt like today was a step in the right direction for Ian in the fact that his fastball was so much better. He was able to throw up for strikes. When he's usually off a little bit, he has to go to the changeup. Well, today the changeup was a little bit hit or miss. He did get some swings and misses on it, but the fastball was the key today. 71% strike rate on it. When you go back to his last start, he had trouble throwing it for strikes. He was able to get ground balls. That was important for him too. But being able to pitch to both sides of the plate, being able to pitch up and down in the zone with the fastball, guys couldn't get it up in the air. The home run that he gave up was on a changeup, a 2-1 changeup that was just flat. So the fastball was key today. Keeping the ball on the ground, 12 groundouts was key for Ian Anderson. And being able to go to 6 innings was a huge deal for him when he's been struggling a little bit on and off. I felt like he had one tough inning, and that was it.
He gets the Toyota Let's Go Places honors, 6 innings pitched, as you mentioned, just 3 hits, and picks up 5 strikeouts along the way. Let's take a look at the Georgia Drive Chevy upcoming schedule for your Atlanta Braves. The road trip continues in Texas. Dan Dunning taking the mound for the Rangers, and Bryce Elder in his hometown in Texas. 6:30 p.m. Eastern is when your coverage begins with a little Braves Live. We got to take one more look and continue to appreciate the inside the park home run of our Travis Demeritt. The brother was hustling right off the crack of the bat. Made sure he made that turn courtesy of Ron Washington on the birthday as well, Nick. He was rolling.
I love it.
Gotta love it. We'll continue on the other side here on Braves Live. And by Cook's Pest Control. you don't have to live with pests. Trevor Scales, Nick Green here with you after a 6-3 win for your Atlanta Braves out there at Globe Life Stadium. We are back in your Atlanta studios and celebrating the efforts of all those involved. We talked a little bit about the big fly that was cracking for the Braves tonight. William Contreras with half of them. He goes 2 for 4 the night, 2 home runs. Solid night at the dish for him.
Yeah, and he did a great job behind the plate, too. I think that's something that we can't forget. He struggled in the past behind the plate. Well, tonight was a really good night for him, offensively and defensively. When you're a young kid coming up and you get a 3-0 green light, that says a lot about the confidence they have in you. He goes deep to center field. Then you go change up and in, and he goes deep to center field again. That was 435 feet. Just a guy with a lot of power. We know his brother has a ton of power as well. And I think William, the more he gets playing opportunities, you're going to see him really swing the bat well. And the thing that's been his kind of Achilles heel was the fact that he's struggles behind the plate a little bit. A lot of pass balls, blocking balls, but he's done a great job of improving in that aspect as well. So right now he's got an opportunity to play a little bit, to have this big 2 home run night was a big step in the right direction for him as far as confidence is concerned, hitting at the big league level.
Georgia Lottery hitting the jackpot personified. On the other end of the spectrum, when it comes to from a lot of offense to absolutely zero offense, no-nos. Mets throw the first no-hitter of the 2022 season. It was a multiple pitcher effort, which you are here to honor.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now. Do I love the Mets? No, I don't really love the Mets, no. But I have to appreciate a good effort on the mound. 5 pitchers. By the way, Diaz is absolutely disgusting on the back end of the game, so congratulations to all those guys that threw in that Mets game. They had to face a tough Philly lineup, and to have a no-hitter, it doesn't matter. It's still a no-hitter.
It really does have to say something to just the combined effort and how everything has to kind of come into play. But again, we're not here to shortchange any of those efforts because it is still something that you have to go through.
It's a big deal.
A lot of defense has to be played as well.
You have 5 guys that have to be good. And all 5 are good.
Without question. We're going to continue on the other side here on Braves Live. Austin Riley with a first pitch swinging. Absolute mood shot for him early to get things cracking for this Braves offense. One of few multi-run home runs that we've had this season, but it sure did count lovely. 6-3 your final out at Globe Life Stadium. Live is brought to you by Xfinity. Unbeatable internet only from Xfinity. Braves get a 6-3 win out there in Arlington where everything comes together beautifully. Let's hear from Snit in your post-game presser brought to you by Xfinity.
Let's start with Ian Anderson tonight and what you thought of him.
I thought it was really, really good. I mean, it was really crisp. I love the separation between his fastball and his change tonight. He used some good breaking balls. His fastball had some jump, and I thought it was a really, really good outing by Ian.
And he got some quick offensive
count outs, which was really good. I don't know if he's ever had a first inning like that. But that's good. That means he's throwing the ball over. So, but I thought he would look really, really good.
You guys obviously know Contreras has that pop in his bat, but how nice is it just to see him have a game like this?
It's good. Yeah, he came in, and from an injury and to come in and take advantage of that situation. He did a really good job, I thought, tonight with Ian. I think all them guys will tell you that. I mean, he looked really good, called a great game. Obviously, he got the 2 big hits in a game like this, and just it's credit to William that when we sent him out, he went down there and worked his tail off and stayed ready.
Quite a birthday for Wash coming back to Texas, waving a runner home on.
No, I know, right? Yeah, I was trying to think when I was a third base coach if I ever had one of those. I don't even remember. I tell you, it spends a lot of energy even on Wash doing that, So, yeah, he's amazing to me. I mean, I told him, it's like no way in hell you'd catch me out there at 70 years old.
And that inside the park home run, I mean, DeMeritt just keeps doing.
Well, just the leadoff single had a really good at bat to set up Austin's 2-run homer. I mean, he's just done a really good job and taken advantage of this opportunity, which is awesome.
When that ball dropped, where do you think he was headed base-wise?
I'm sorry?
When that ball dropped, where did you think he was headed at first base-wise?
I had no idea. I was just going to wait and see. I didn't know where the left fielder was, and when I saw him getting towards third, I was thinking, okay, he's got a chance here. And after about 10 steps after third base, I wasn't sure he was even going to make it home. It looked like he kept slow. It was, he's tapping out. So it's good. That's awesome. It's it's one of the most exciting plays in baseball.
After a good homestand for Dansby, does it look like he's settling in here to you a little bit?
I mean, I don't look at it like that. I just want him to continue to have good at bats and keep building on it and hopefully he goes out and it's a couple more tomorrow.
Kind of touched on it, but just to go back to William a little bit, the work or improvement you've seen behind the plate, just being more comfortable back there.
Maturity, calmness. I mean, he's a high-energy guy. I mean, he plays with a lot of emotion, and you know what? He's a young catcher, and they always, catchers get better with age. They're like wine, kind of. But and he's calmed down a lot from the last couple of years, and he'll continue to mature and do that. He's getting a better understanding of the whole process. We know the kid is tooled up. I mean, he's got skills out the kazoo. He's got really. We saw. I mean. That's why we played him around a little bit, and he's been playing the outfield a little bit, even in Gwinnett, just because we're trying to, you try to figure out where to place guy with power. Not everybody has that, and he has some God-given ability that's really, really good, and he just got to keep working and day in, day out, and refining himself, and that'll come with experience.
From your vantage point, what has really allowed Austin to continue playing at the level he did last year?
His confidence. Like I said, he believes in himself, believes he belongs, and he's a really good player.
Whole lot of confidence from everybody up and down. The Braves lined up tonight, William Contreras included. 2 big flies for him on the evening. Braves win 6-3. Will continue after this. This is Braves Live, brought to you by the Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck 44 years in a row, only at your local Ford dealer. Series against the Rangers, creeping back up towards that 500 mark. Let's hear from Travis Merritt, who had quite the night post-game.
Wow. That had to be an exciting one for you. An inside-the-park home run at this level. Have you done it at any level, first of all?
Yeah, I was just telling Ronnie, actually, I think the last time I actually done that was like 4 years ago. So it definitely felt good. I take them any way I can get them, so they all count. And, yeah, it was nice.
When did you, I guess, know it was possible? Like, you're watching it, you're feeding off, and then I saw you really kind of hit it high gear, yeah.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, initially off the bat, I seen he kind of had a beat on it, so I was just kind of tracking him, and then I seen him turn back over his left shoulder. So I kind of knew he was having a little trouble with it, and then once I seen him go down and try to scoop the ball, that's when it clicked with me. I was like, all right, I'm going for it. We got this. And, yeah, fortunately enough, I was able to make it home.
Wash was waving you around. And then it took you a minute there when you crossed home plate. What are you thinking when you're just laying there for a minute?
I was trying to catch my breath. I was exhausted. Again, that was the longest I've ran, or the most I've ran in, as far as that, in 4 years. So, yeah, it took me a little minute, probably another 2 innings to really recuperate and catch my breath. But, yeah, it was awesome.
You're the first guy in this ballpark, regular season or postseason, to do that. What goes through your mind when you hear that?
Oh, that's awesome. I think it's pretty special to me to hear that. They all count the same to me, so, in or out doesn't really matter, but that's pretty cool to hear.
That's quite a birthday gift that you give Wash that'll let him wave you around third on an inside the
We'll loosen up that rotator cuff, baby. Have him loosen that up.
What did you think leading off, too? I mean, gosh, you made it look really easy. I mean, having, what you said, not done it in a while.
Yeah, some minimal experience there, but, it was fun. I was able to, set the table for the guys, and, that was ultimately my plan. Once I seen I was leading off, I just switch gears into a table setter mindset, try to get on base as many times as I can for the big boys behind me to drive me in and, manufacture some runs for the team. So it was good. I think it went good.
I wish you guys had more fun out here. I wish you could have more fun with all of them.
Oh, we have fun all the time. Don't be fooled. We have fun all the time. All the time.
You know William Contreras, obviously, played with him in AAA, right? What about him makes him so special with that pop in his bat?
Oh, my goodness. You just said it, man. The guy has unbelievable pop in his bat. He can, call a great game also. He's a very good defensive catcher, strong arm behind the plate. I mean, he just has all the tools you desire in the catcher. So he's, still learning how to, work at bats and manage his at-bats throughout the course of the game. But as you can see, it paid off today for him. His work has been, he's been diligent in his work. He's been, working really hard. Even when I seen him down in AAA this year, he came down with a hungry mindset, and he put forth the work and continue putting forth the effort, and he got the results.
It's been a while, but how special was it to come back here and have a game like this against a team that drafted you?
Oh man, it was awesome. Again, like you said, with this being the team that drafted me, personally I wanted to come out and have a good game, have a good series, honestly. But it's pretty cool. I came up playing with a couple guys over there on that squad. Nathaniel Lowe, I grew up with him. Andy Ibanez, we played together for a couple of years also. So Kobe Alley, he was here for a few years also. So having that relationship with those guys, it's always fun. But from a competitive standpoint, I wanted to come out and show these guys that I'm ready to play. So I think it was good.
Felt like I might be totally just spitballing, but it felt like a lot of ground ball outs by Ian until you finally got one. I feel like later in the game.
It's like in the 5th inning when I finally got that first ball. Oh yeah, totally. He was in total command of his game. He had everything working tonight, and that's what he does. He's a guy that is going to get guys to roll over. With this elite changeup and changing speeds. He's really, really, really good at changing speeds. So he makes it difficult on the hitter to be able to sit on one pitch or sit on the fastball, or So he did a great job tonight.
360 feet is a long way to run, but when that man, the birthday boy, is waving you home, you just gotta go. Ian Anderson, solid on the evening. He goes 6 innings. The Braves get 4 homers, and they get the road trip off to a solid start with a 6-3 win over the Texas Rangers. It is the first of 3 games out there in Arlington. We, of course, will be back with you to take you through game 2 and 3 as well. Until tomorrow, we'll holla at y'all.